Just want to double check here just to see which fight sticks and flash kicks we're on. There we go. Got the confirmation. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fight Sticks and Flash Kicks number 116. I hope you guys are having a fantastic time of it, and we're gonna bring you more Guilty Gear action as per usual every week on Thursdays. I am your co-commentator tonight to bring you the action, Sir Kappa, representing Yokai, and today I'm brought to you by OEG's own Catchin. How you doing, my guy?
Hello, I'm doing good. Just waiting for the bracket to start. My mic is not picking me up. There we go.
Yeah, I got you. The first attempt wasn't so good, but the second attempt I rolled around just fine.
All right.
Nicely done. So, again, hearing my voice back this time around, though, my voice will finally be properly on the mic, probably picked up more affordably than before. My mic finally got situated since last week, so I hope you guys are appreciative of the quality jump. But speaking of jump in quality, the community has never looked stronger than it has as of recently. A lot of new names, a lot of new faces really coming up at the woodworks, and I can't wait to see how that translates over to tonight's 30-man bracket. I can't wait to see who we're gonna have first on stream. Pariah already notified us in advance, but I still gotta double check. So we're gonna have Dig versus Mr. Diggins. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this is gonna get underway, as the first match is still just far cry away from being started.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Diggins plays Elfout? I could be completely wrong about that, but I think we might see an Elfout for our first match.
I can't wait to see that. I mean, who doesn't like to see a little bit of? If I'm not mistaken, Dig plays Bridget. No.
Oh, well, guess we got our answer.
Well, Mr. Diggins is probably an alpha, but Dig themselves, if I'm not mistaken, or plays Bridget. Yep, there it is. Oh my god, that mod is actually horrendously messing with my eyes, but nonetheless, the mental stack doesn't change here as Dig is already underway and Mr. Dig is already trailing a little bit by a good 25%.
Oh, we're already into the Rekka, and we have Elfout pressure going into the bomb flip. Trying to pull down the fort as of right now, DP to get out.
No cancel off the 2H, and Dig finally gets the opening that they need, able to set up off the counter at JS. Gonna repeat that whole situation and just alter their momentum off the rolling movement to finally get that wall break they need. Oh, never mind. It goes for the reset.
Saidi out. And for, I don't know what yet, close slash. Some Rekka pressure back into bomb flip. Oh, a jump JD to get out.
A lot of meter on deck for Dig to be able to play with all their toys in their basket. They're just going to go for the simple run up the road. Just easy peasy lemon squeezy. Go straight into the next round with a solid head on their shoulders. Little by little just kind of creep in. Mr. Diggins is trying to find a little bit of an opening, forcing that burst out. Dig trying to get some momentum going, but Diggins not wanting to deal with any of that onslaught early going. Nice air throw, already setting themselves up nicely here, just kind of playing it very slow. Even on advantage, they don't feel the incentive to have to extend themselves, especially with such a low deficit here.
We'll see the 2H OTG for the kill. Already on round 3 for game 1.
And if I can ask Pariah, I am not seeing my fellow commentator on the left-hand side. They are missing. They are like invisible, bro. Could you fix that? Alrighty, stable damage for Dig. Nothing too crazy, but still, it is they cannot afford to make any mistakes. That wall break is going to be just enough. Yeah, just barely creeping close to the edges of death, and Dig takes that first game in tow.
Very colorful Bridget mod, I must say.
I will say, yeah, it is. I understand that it is Pride Month, but I think that this actually, the the meme of like oh my god, the LGBT highlights.
Yeah.
Quite literally the LGBT highlights, man.
All right, back. Game 2. Didn't see any player take a little pause to try and gather their mental. I think we're just gonna go guns blazing with this. Well, literally in Elfeld's case.
I think it could go for both ways if you think about it, because that is not just your handy-dandy regular yo-yo. You have the revolver cylinder all inside of that. It is a very dangerous tool in the right hand, and for Dig, this is definitely one of the most potent tools to use in your arsenal.
Very true. Ooh, counter hit 5H. Doesn't get the pickup off the 2K, but gets the hard knockdown. No wall slump, going straight for the super.
No, not wanting to play any games. The only game that's going to play with is the game that between life and death. And for Dig, this is a very easy game to play, as your life bar is always forfeit if you are not willing to go blow for blow. Nice catch at the back dash as well with the call out for the rolling movement. Gonna cash out straight away. Gonna go Jujutsu Kaisen style, just straight jumping Elfel.
Oh, I think we saw a little 2K match on the run up there. From the 6P into the burst. Gonna get some pressure set up, but opting to just go for the fireball block thing. Bomb flip gets blocked. Full conversion here.
Ooh, there's going to be a massive chunk of damage. That's a lot of red to make up for lost time. Ominous evening out the life bars. No cancel as well. Just wants to keep the knockdown and trying to set themselves up. But Dig recognizes the lack of presence of special cancels and is going to make them pay for their climbs.
This might be dead. Oh, whipping the car slash. Ooh, going for the raw super. I think this might be blocked.
But they had 100 meter on deck. The aggressive answer from Dig once more, going for the JD, but their overzealous attitude got them caught, leveling out the rounds and giving Mr. Diggins a little bit of a chance to fight it out.
FD trying to 2H to escape, but gets hit by counter hit.
Simple pressure. Again, you see a lot of these pressures, a lot of their game plan just revolving around threatening with options rather than actually using them, and it's starting to do a lot of work for them. Aggressive answer back by Dig, who finally gets the opener with that JD.
ERC forward into 6P, trying to bomb flip. JD connects. Nope, trying to burst bait and whipping the grab. Another fireball block turn. 6H to anti-air. Gets caught.
They tried their luck a little too much. They got a little greedy at the end of there, but Dig, awake at the wheel, will not let you try to slip those in. They are very much ready and willing to put you down if you get a little too greedy on their hands. The gamble not working out, and therefore Dig is able to lead 2-0. A very comfortable lead, but not so comfortable is the result in which these games are going.
Now, I will say, both of these games so far have seemed evenly matched. It just seems as if one player is getting the last hit a little bit more comfortably than the other.
I think in particular, it shows the composure on both sides and the difference between the mentalities here. Dig more than opting to play a very slow, methodical game, and Diggins trying to match that in a way, but being a little bit more of an incentive on their side to just run the game.
I completely agree, but right now, grab to get out of the pressure. The bomb flip, trying to block the YRC, doesn't go too well, but Bridget's still in the corner, but now we're out.
Charge. This is going to be enough, however, it is just barely able to just cinch out as much damage as possible. Dig just able to get the killer move out just in time. Great call out, great adjustments needed. Ooh, very aggressive answer back from the corner, using that bomb chocolate to get out of there. Dig wasn't able to block the overhead off the Rekka, keeps the same side, and now it's party time for Mr. Diggins.
6-8 wall break. One more hit could do it here. Ooh, trying to go for a wild assault at round start range. Yeah, being out of the pressure. This, I don't know if this hits or not. Oh, there we go.
It most certainly hits. The one thing that people keep forgetting about this reversal is that on top of seeing a very, very beautiful idol in the stand, she has a large impact and a large hitbox to match with it, always extending very far, and Dig just wasn't prepared to extend that much. And look at Mr. Diggins go. All that meter on deck, able to play to their heart's content. That was more than enough. Baits the burst as well. Diggins is having a ball of a time. Look at him go.
Set up to 2-1. Mr. Diggins finally on the board. Will we see a game 5? I'd love to see a game 5 for the first match of the stream.
First match of the stream and first match of the bracket is a very wild testament to think about here, but more than anything is if Guilty Gear isn't anything to show by and if it always is full of surprises, you can never expect things to go one way or another. It usually ends up being a game of removing all expectation and just allowing the game to speak for itself.
Oh, absolutely. It's, I don't know the right word, but I just say pure chaos. No relation to happy chaos, but it's just pure chaos and anything can happen at any time.
Much like that, earlier we saw a little bit of momentum coming by for Mr. Diggins. It's starting to creep away a little bit as Dig is starting to feel a little bit of that pressure, knowing that the deficit is starting to wane a little bit. Does get caught by the cross-up Bomb Bomb Chocolat, and that does leave Mr. Diggins in a very, very good position to finally run game again.
I got the retro pressure, finally got opened up. Ooh, fast RC2K. IRC charge. Not charge dust. There's the charge dust.
Is it gonna be enough though? They're gonna have to spend a lot of resources. No, just narrowly gonna get enough damage to try and at least start it out. Double up IBs. Great defense on the side of Dig, and their defense was rewarded in tow. They finally are able to get that set point that they've been needing for quite some time now. Counter hit JD, not exactly the greatest thing you want to get hit by right now, especially with your deficit, your life being so low now. You're getting hit by everything and it's too little too late. Just as Burst was creeping around the corner though, Dig able to cinch that out with a 3-1 for the first match on stream. Too bad for a first showing on the stream, and I mean, when you're playing against one of Bridget's finest representations here in the player base, I think it doesn't really feel too bad when you go neck and neck like that.
Absolutely. It's the Bridget Elfelt matchup is a mix. Well, there is a lot of mix, but it's a game of who can get who in the corner first. Because in my eyes, Elfelt essentially has the same pressure as Bridget, just a little bit. It flows slightly differently. Both are high-low, both are fast, both have good long-range options, very good disjoints, and just constant pressure as we saw through the matches. But as we saw, Bridget came out on top this time.
Yeah, I think that's the main portion of the game, right? And I think that's kind of telling about how important a lot of her game plan is like Bridget as a character, you know, kind of very much under the radar because a lot of players, you know, are very focused on the main potent names that are really coming up through the ranks, like your Potemkins, your Johnnies, your Leos, your Nagos, your Ramlethals. You got so many names that are way ahead in that regard in terms of how strong they are. But people often forget the little guy, or in this case, the little scrungle that is Bridget. She definitely has very potent loopable mix, but at the same time, it definitely just doesn't compare when you put them next to each other. But overall, able to get the job done, and Dig definitely has the capacity to make a character like Bridget just function at such a very high level.
Absolutely, and if I can find the bracket real quick.
If you want, I got the bracket right here for you if you want me to hand it to you.
Oh yes, absolutely, that would be much appreciated.
All right, let me pull up the chat real fast so that way I can assist with that. I'm gonna put it in the side chat since you have access to it.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am taking a look at the bracket just to see who we got tonight. I do see some notable names here, some that are very familiar, some that I'm friends with as well. I do see yet another Bridget player here in the bracket when Yo-Yo Master getting a 3-0. Another notable Bridget who really tears up the community with such skill. You have Retro who really shows out and really shows off their skill on the ever elusive ninja Chip Zanoff. Danny Almaza, as per usual, really putting on another show. Sloth, you have Gojira, Leahi. We have so many big names, but instead of focusing on them, we're gonna focus on Sloth versus the Fool. And I had the privilege of being able to commentate the Fool just the other night.
Start. 6P to get Chip off the tightrope. Now, I have never seen this matchup, believe it or not, but so far, it seems just chaos, corner pressure, but YRC to get out.
Very important this matchup is because the Fool, the idea is to keep Sloth from playing that very important high pace, high octane offensive game, and that neutral game is going to be important. The Fool already back to the wall, but able to turn things around. No gunshot. Great defense on Sloth, just holding out, waiting long enough so they can get out of there eventually, rewarded in time.
Through RC just to get the kill with 6H. Sloth taking round 1.
And not too bad too for opening round here in the second set here on stream. I definitely think that overall not too bad. DP right on through. Realize the deflect shield is out and just decides not to overextend. Finally gets the counter hit they're looking for. Gonna go straight for all that damage. Zero Guts really paying a big factor in the output of Chip Zanoff.
Oh, and the mix-up. We get another cross-up. No, same side with JK. Again, Sloth is really utilizing that YRC just to get out of Chaos Crush. And honestly, it's a very good tool. Seeing as how Chaos only really has one guard crush ability in his entire moveset, so I believe, yes, Sloth takes game 1.
Yeah, not too bad either. Pretty simple stuff, right? But at the same time, for Sloth, sometimes simplicity is the key factor in taking these victories. It's these little victories over time that definitely make the difference, and then just one big blowout that can make the Fool's life a living hell, as that first game is rewarded very favorably to Sloth. With game number 2 here as a little bit the same, but this time Sloth wanting to take more of the initiative. We're going to use Gold Burst to try and reverse the situation, however, but now they got no resources to the name.
JP in the air just to get a little counter hit off. Back into Chaos Pressure, roll for the cross up. JP to get out, missing the J2K.
Damage again, a very high output, no meter to really cash out with, but meterless wise, this is still very good. The reward and output is just so amazing. Baits the YRC. All good, all good.
West round start. Got the gun out already. Gotta do JD cross up. Ooh, but with the fuzzy with the J2K. Oh, we got a bit of chaos zoning on our hands. And again with the roll. Roll is such a weird option to me. But built-in cross ups, my beloved. But hey, if it works, it works.
Baits the YRC. Speaking of things that are working out, very great awareness from the side of Sloth to be able to punish such reckless behavior on the side of the Fool, and is rewarded kindly with so much red to their name. They're seeing red, but in the best of ways as they take that round back from the Fool to make things level again. Nicely done, gets the cross up, goes for yet same side. Gonna build up a lot of damage. They're gonna be able to get the full confirm. Gonna use that Bonk Messiah to set themselves up nicely post wall break to get that positive bonus.
Confirm, might I add. Oh, going for an empty low there. Gotta get in, just bait out something. Oh, but stagger pressure will take it. Oh, whiffs it perfect as well.
Sloth is playing a very strong game, playing a very fantastic game, and really putting themselves in a very good spot to be able to advance to the next round without so much as a whimper from the side of the Fool.
Now, I was going to say we might see a switch to Johnny here, because I do believe the Fool plays Johnny, unless they've just hard switched to Chaos.
I mean, as far as we could see, right, I did see the Fool playing quite a few characters when they were playing over in our bracket in Yokai with Misfit Brawl, but seems to me that this is the character that they're very hard stuck on for this matchup, and honestly, I can respect the loyalty, but so far it has been costing them quite a lot as Sloth has just been able to run game freely.
Unfortunately, Chaos doesn't get a lot of time to shut up and regain some resources with Chip getting in his face constantly. Speaking of, there's all that red from getting in his face constantly.
Just rewarded for harassing. Great backdash from the Fool. Not able to make much of it, however. A little bit of a scramble on their side. 100-meter available for Sloth. Catches the backdash. It makes good on the call out. One more round to get its set point in order to move on to the next round. 2-0 is the score.
Oh, bit of chaos shenanigans going on.
Catches the tap dust, and nicely done. Gets the knockdown. Catches the backdash, gonna cancel straight into the Deus Ex Machina, letting it rain bullets all over the damn place. What a call out from Sloth, but the backdash into the back throw was very well scouted. The Fool has a little bit of life left in him. Sloth doesn't want to really engage all too aggressively. They recognize that these situations could go from bad to worse, and for once they use that to their advantage.
Go. Ooh. Taking out with the Alpha Blade drop. Oh, we're backdashing out of the Chaos pressure. Trying to get something started, but YRC denying it.
I think there's something to be noted here by the Fool, that if we've just taken notice of it as well as the rounds have been going on. They've been playing very interestingly in the skies a lot more frequently as opposed to their counterpart in Sloth. Sloth, however, does get the counter hit needed to force a burst from the Fool. And now, just very low situation. How could they get this victory?
Too deep, barely whiffing. Oh, but JS taking the game. Putting the Fool up one game to make it 2-1.
Just the very interesting and very odd thing about the Fool is that in the ways that they're winning these situations is that Sloth is oftentimes winning more in these little interactions, but the Fool is actively playing in a way that's so odd that Sloth is just ultimately playing a lot slower in order to advance and counteract these kind of approaches. But it doesn't feel like Sloth is all too perturbed by it. They're still playing very simply. They're still playing very interestingly enough to be able to combat this. It's just a matter of time before they've regained their equilibrium. All right, high octane offense finally gets to speed up, turn up another gear, if you will. Already brought them down to 15%. Big counter hit from the Fool.
See a burst from Sloth. We see a DP, but gets grabbed. With JD, YRC, the cross up. Now, bit of BRC action, but with Chip, I think we're just, I don't know, we're going fast-paced, breakneck speeds. No, just run up grab to close everything out.
Sloth has been playing this very slow and has been thinking about this very, very cautiously, but now this might be the time where Sloth decides to take off the training weights, decides to just go all head full of steam. But the damage on deck is starting to show, and the Fool is more than willing to just take full advantage of their headstrong attitude and cash out straight into the Deus Ex Machina. Move this situation once more, but no, never mind. I am mistaken. That is just a straight trip to the forever box. Steady aim is holding down long enough. Sloth is starting to push forward now.
Not really wanting to give up any pressure anymore. He is on set point. But I think this wall combo should not do it. This will leave one touch.
And for the Fool, you know, this is a very important touch. They do not want to get caught here. And the Sloth using the clone to be able to lock them down, and eventually the onslaught was just too much. Sloth gets the victory, cinches it out from very hellacious offense. Turrets, the Fool, does go down to the loser's side, but not without a little bit of a valiant effort on their side.
It was spectacular watch seeing Chaos just do Chaos combos, which in my opinion are some of my favorite combos in this game.
Yeah, I think overall you could definitely tell the Fool, a lot of their game plan and a lot of their gameplay still not yet certified on the Happy Chaos just yet, but you could tell their fundamental game is definitely up there. It could definitely compensate in these areas that they have been really working around. It's just that they definitely got to up the ante for themselves, really get accustomed and acclimatized to this character pick. But nonetheless, they did put up quite a stellar performance for this set on stream. And if this is the kind of quality we can expect from someone who is still not yet situated with the character, I only imagine what it would take for this character to really shine in their hands, given enough time and preparation.
Absolutely. I hope we get to see the Fool again. But who do we have up next? Next up, I believe we have Charlotte and Shockjock. These are two players I have not heard of, so if you know anything about them, who could we be expecting?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I will not hold you. These are names that I am not very familiar with. Actually, these are first time situations for me as well. I've never seen these two players, and pardon me if I do end up having a tough time identifying you. I really find it difficult to really see where we're going with it, but Shockjock and Charlotte for me are very new to my eyes. I can't wait to see how we can get things underway with unfamiliar names.
But familiar characters. We got Pod and Eno stealing each other out so far in neutral.
Charlotte with the biggest character, the larger than life Potemkin, does get the big catch and already is putting a lot of red onto Shockjock. Gonna break their back in half. Gonna be more than enough to kill, as they're gonna go straight into the Vin Diesel Superman.
So far, we got a bit of Eno pressure, but Pot just taking one hit and going a mile with it.
Give an inch, you take a mile.
That picked up, oh my goodness. See a bit of damage, even for Potemkin's health pool.
No cancel off the hammer fall. Charlotte definitely feeling a lot of confidence to be able to roll around and use their vitality. She definitely is not afraid to utilize their health as a resource. And Shockjock, on the other hand, just going to advance forward. A huge call out from Charlotte, but no payout.
Ooh, stroke the tree. Ooh, the 6H does not connect. We might see a yes, a full combo. But do we get another Pot Buster? We whiff the Pot Buster into 6P, into heat knuckle. Not heat knuckle. Yes,
Yes, you were right. So, feeling the pressures of the situation, they are going to burst out of there. Flick, very, very precarious. They got to be very careful. They have very little life left, but the 5H extending outward, reaching out, and clipping them in the sky. Charlotte going to be able to take that first game on the stand.
Well, I will say, Charlotte seems to just be completely confident in her game plan, not backing down at all, and sometimes taking even stray hits just to get a bit more of an advantage.
You know, when you play a character like this, because I play a big body as well, when you have that big body mentality, the idea is that you use every resource to your advantage, including your own health bar, because you have the capacity to play this way. And for Shock Jock, utilizing your health this way actually allows them to take more intel, but nonetheless, Shock Jock is pushing forward and putting a lot of pain into Charlotte's health pool. Certainly not.
I was gonna say we were in the Eno situation, hard knockdown, and you just get 50-50. You get time to guess.
Counter hit 2S, not the likely scenario you want to see if you're Shock Jock, but able to defeat the reset off the 6P. Gets caught through Wild Assault. Oh, misinputted Pop Buster from Charlotte. Oh, wow. You just gonna full send it like that? You're just gonna sit on him? Just take a seat? Oh, what a catch. That could have easily been disaster for Shock Jock.
Dust in. Tap dust for the kill. Excuse me for forgetting my new move names. It's almost like I played this game today and I forget everything.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Like, it definitely does feel that way. Heat Tackle is a very interesting name when you have two names with heat. But you know what else is heat? His damage output. Oh, they got caught? Oh, nice.
But low profile into super. Blocking all the overhead so far, but as soon as I say that, JS just taking everything away. The kill though.
They're still on deck for Charlotte. They're gonna full send it, no fear in the world, but they get clipped by the high chemical love, and that does allow for Shock Jock to at least level things out. And that first game, I'm pretty sure this is only game one, right?
No, that was game 2. We're at 1-1.
Yeah, I was about to say, this feels like game 2 territory. Charlotte got the first game and Shock Jock leveled things out with the second game. This is the third game, and we're gonna see who really takes the momentum here, as both these players have had ample opportunity to really show a little bit of their hand. And let's see how many cards are left in the deck.
Odd situation again. The first thing out, not wanting to give Charlotte any room. Go for an air dash mix up, but getting pot bustered. Oh, there's the RC. There's the kill too.
So much meter generation just off of a single chiropractor's visit, and Charlotte is able to get things flowing in her favor once again. Setting up, we can get the overhead off the JD via the setup from the note. We get the wall break, and positive bonus must feel so great if you're Shock Jock.
Got a full conversion here with the hard knockdown on the way. Get a red on the table. Go for another 50-50. No Heavenly Contention Buster to get out. At least not yet.
It usually takes time. It's not a matter of if, only a matter of when, but Charlotte is going to have to take a little bit longer in order to get that situation going. Shock Jock takes the round again, making things level. It's a very evenly contested affair, but that visit to the chiropractor's office will definitely change things.
Go for a second, but looking. Oh, bursting them back into the corner. Very nice aggressive burst. Yes, trying to go for something. I don't know what though.
I think they might have gone for the burst mid combo, waiting for Shock Jock to lose their nerve at the end of it. But Shock Jock's discipline won out in that situation. No meter on deck, force a burst here. Very scared of this. Oh god.
Ain't that pot for you. Just sitting there 1 second and then hammer falling the next.
You could tell Shock Jock was afraid of that Heavenly Potemkin Buster when they missed that chemical love. You could see it right there. They immediately canceled it down.
Oh, I think we have a swap to Sin.
Oh? Sin? The Sin community is dying. Repost this if you're a true sinner.
I'm interested to see what new game plan Shock Jock is going to bring to the table. We're just going to go at breakneck speed, which seems like what we're doing right now. Foot on the gas, spending Wild Assault, trying to get some mix-up, but just having to go for the stagger pressure with lack of stamina.
Oh, for sure, right? Trying to utilize any resources to try and open up Charlotte, but Charlotte is an iron fortress. She will not cave, and even if she does get caught, it's just the situations are fitting for her. You're just building up resources on the end of these round. Shock Jock gonna get grabbed through their pressure, and they're gonna get broken through the wall. Gonna get the burst baited. No.
No Ragdoll trying to turn. What we have next? Run up grab. This should be enough, even with the Potemkin's health pool.
Yeah, a little bit of greed on Charlotte's part to try to go for the burst bait mid combo, but Shock Jock already showing they're more than disciplined enough to hold it down, even when their nerves are being tested. They do cancel into a pip of stamina. Charlotte just using the burst to try and get some defensive positioning.
The stagger pressure. Potemkin 5P saying no.
Use the beak shot, trying to get some momentum forward, trying to be a little bit tricky on the sticks, try to 6-speed through offense, but instead just reversal after reversal, just testing everything with no fear in their heart.
And with a meter, the bar meter, there's still a bit of meter left on that Potemkin. He's a bit afraid of wired PRC Hammerfall, but no, opts to just go for slide head.
Shock Jock has shown time and time again they would rather lose rounds than have to be caught with their pants down. They do not want to get that burst caught at any given point. The overhead finally landing for them. Gonna spend that burst meter to be able to get that full extension to deal at least a healthy 40%. Oh, but the stagger.
It's a backbreaker. Going for a full PRC combo, but the 6H whiffing. The JS connecting.
Oh, this is gonna kill. This has to be enough to kill. I would hope it would be if you are Charlotte. No, just enough health.
The magic pixel. Oh my goodness, and the gold burst getting blocked.
That just lets you know how messed up this character is. The fact that you're underneath him, you could think to punish him, but no. Actually, my cheeks are more disjointed than your entire moveset.
Charlotte taking it, I believe, 3-1. Or are we on?
No,
game
that was
three?
game. That was game. That was 3-1. Okay. This is a very interesting position to be in, right? Like just holding out for that long and being able to put on that much of a performance despite the character swap, you know, I think for what it's worth, the Sin was doing work, but you could obviously tell that wasn't the comfort character. That was just a character to try and maintain any form of forward momentum. Unfortunately, the swap just didn't really pay them any dividends here.
You can see sometimes you see that with certain players. It's just a counterpick character. Although I would argue that Sin might not deal with Potemkin the best and least in pressure, seeing as how Armored Potemkin Buster exists now. But with that out of the way, next up we have GZ versus Yo-Yo Master.
Yeah, and Yo-Yo Master, I'm very familiar with. I've played against Yo-Yo Master myself. Very strong, Bridget, one of the finest to do it as well on the character. Still one of the last bastions of this character's player base, and still putting on quite a resounding performance anytime they're on here. But Jeezy, this is a name I'm not very familiar with. I'm going to see how pivotal they can really manage their resources, as already on the back foot immediately post YRC.
Baited, having him switch burst.
Deflect Shield's out, but doesn't block the low after the multi-hit on 6K, just catching them. Try to 2D out of there, but they get caught, and the damage might just be enough. There isn't going to be enough to get the mana break. No, it's scaled, and the mana shield does protect them long enough to give them another chance.
Connecting. Fireball Cube into Exodia. Oh, bit of awesome pressure. Back at it again. Combos here. This is enough to kill, but the mix-up might.
Bearzuna drop, try to catch them slipping. A little bit of health left for both of these players. Low life position, but the close slash does catch Yo-Yo Master, and the first round finally gets called, and Jeezy, my mistake, able to take that first one off.
First hit out of the corner, trying to set up some zoning presence so far. Into Fireball, Yo-Yo Master on the back foot just a little bit. Easy trying to keep Yo-Yo Master in the corner. 6H getting burst.
Able to avoid the Sacred Text, and the Yo-Yo came around just to give them a little bit more of an advantage to be able to set up their Oki game. YRC to get out of the position. Jeezy's trying to really utilize a lot of their health to just really restock. Yo-Yo Master, if they can really hold out for long enough, they will just be able to just kill them off the mistakes of Jeezy's management.
Charge dust conversions, here we go. The wall break. Now, Jeezy does have the Ice DP cards. We see it during this little pressure scheme. We won't dive taking out one round.
Leveling things out, both players really playing well into each other. Yo-Yo Master gonna fight it out with the Starship. Jeezy getting that pick up off of the situation, forcing Yo-Yo Master to burst. They definitely don't want the momentum to swing just yet.
Again. Blocking the overhead and the PRC, whipping something but going for 16 instead. Getting caught with a conversion. This is gonna break the wall. Oh no, it won't.
Yeah, max range 5H into the scooter break right before it absolutely got into the break. Mashing it out from the sequences. Both players spending their resources to get some nice distance away.
And a break. Jeezy trying to play as defensive as possible right now. Any hit means certain death right now.
Especially with meter on deck. That's the one hit that they didn't want to get hit by, and Yo-Yo Master takes that first game off of a very close affair. Both players are really putting on quite a show. Alrighty then, now we're going into game two. No time to rest, no time to really think about what just happened there. Just gonna jump straight into the action.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ooh, GG gets caught by the counter hit 2H, and feeling the threat of it, doesn't want to deal with any of it. Just gonna reset the situation off the burst.
To get out of pressure. Alright. Trying something, destroying the cube on the way in with the roll. Once the wall break, not spending it on super, probably saving it for some mix. Oh, but no mix at all. Just going for raw 5-8 into a full combo. This is no super again.
Probably wasn't ready for the jump cancel. The high compression particle sphere does do some damage, but what's a super projectile to just a regular yo-yo with a revolver cylinder?
They're catching Bridget into 6B, or 6H, excuse me. There we go, bursting back out of pressure.
Nice catch with the 2PRC. Very quick hit confirm game on Jeezy's part. Their awareness is very heightened, but a lot of these catches are not really leading into much reward. However, as I say this is not too bad a position to be in. They're going to go for the throw, and it's going to be enough to seal out that round. Not too bad a catch. Gonna get the wall break from mid-screen. Yo-Yo Master already trailing quite a bit. 40% loss, and the Screamer catches you and sends you full screen.
Just spamming a bit of 2P just to get some cards back. Going back with the 2K. Going with the TK Screamer, but ending it off with the air throw, setting the score to 1-1.
Again, just players are really playing well into each other, and they really are not giving in. Both these players do not want to let up on the gas at all, and it seems like Jeezy has made quite the adaptations necessary to control the space a lot better, isolate the movement arcs that Yo-Yo Master wants to play in, and just dominate when they can to be able to steal the corner as quickly as they can. Sitting off those cues, not a bad hand. It's still pretty simple, pretty decent. Just gonna control the screen. Yeah, possibly a mix. There we go.
Use on hand into the Uber. Gonna deal a decent amount of damage here. Do have still a very good hand by the looks of it. Not getting anything and everything, but not gonna matter with the super killing.
And if you notice here, a lot of the defensive nature that Yo-Yo Master has represented early on is starting to wane a little bit as they just go straight in for the kill, getting that counter hit 2H to get things flowing, setting themselves up nicely rather than just going straight for the confirm. And this gets rewarded with half the health on. Cubes, just trying to advance forward, trying to break the iron shell of Jeezy, and finally gets the throw off to deal with them.
Super just to get the pressure alleviated so far. Back speed, staff up just to get zoning a bit faster. 2K getting Yo-Yo Master out of a sticky situation into a full combo.
YRC's out now. Jeezy doesn't really mind too much of holding on to the burst. Yo-Yo Master just trying to get any hit they can. The tap does reaching far enough away to hit Jeezy from so far away. And Yo-Yo Master and Jeezy once more are level in the rounds.
Really good tips we want to see players going neck and neck, trying to pull out every little trick they have to get the leg up in each match.
Pulling out all the stops, and look at the hand that Jeezy has. This is not too bad. Simple tap dust will open you up, and it's going to be more than enough to break the wall as well. So get that positive bonus to try and set them up nicely. Yo-Yo Master trailing by a mile.
They will go a mile. Getting the JD confirmed into another mix up. Oh, no throw combo, but bursting out on Jeezy's part.
If you paid attention too, they try to go for the burst bait here. Yo-Yo Master is being a little bit elevated. They go for the run up 2H again. This is something that they specialize. They just constantly gamble it all, and it pays off and it pays dividends. Yo-Yo Master, that aggressive play gets rewarded in kind as they take this third game. Very, very good gamble on their part.
Amazing switch up on the gameplay. Going, instead of sitting back, just deciding to go all in.
Truly the art of the gamble, and I can tell you right now that is definitely no random thought. That is a Yo-Yo Master classic. I've been hit by that many a time, and I definitely think we're going to see a lot more of this going forward, as the confidence boost is always amazing going into such a close set to bringing it back from the brink. The acceleration staff, they try to contest it, but they get caught by the secondary cube that was advancing forward. Yo-Yo Master's defense starting to wane a little bit. Simple wall break. GZ just wants to build up that meter.
Whip into Proton Screamer. Wall break and getting around with it.
Yeah, GZ not taking too kindly to that gamble. You could definitely see a little bit of an annoyance from the previous round. They definitely had it moving forward, but you just got to advance forward. You just got to sweat it off and just leave it alone. Just go into the next round. Very, very steady head, and we can see a lot more aggression, a lot more initiative from GZ. Oh, you got caught. Do 10 push-ups.
Trying to get out, like you said, being a little bit more aggressive than in these previous games.
Oh, the Quake is enough. No burst is gonna save you here, Yo-Yo Master. The tides have turned quite literally, as we're gonna get our first game 5 and what is seemingly a very good set to have in this top 8, let alone in this top 8 qualifier.
Of course, will we see? I actually don't believe Yo-Yo Master plays any other character.
Oh
Could
no,
be.
it's in the name. They're the Yo-Yo Master.
That's true, but masters are, well, they are masters of one, but could be masters of all. Might see. Oh, we're standing there a little bit. What are we thinking? Are we just gathering our thoughts right now, or are we switching to another character?
There's a very high possibility that this is just a breather check, right? Just, you know, you feel comfortable in the character, you just need to really get yourselves going. They do have a Mei, but instead they are going to just stick with the Bridget, the tried and true, the character that they've developed their identity around, that they've developed their gameplay around, and they've really just dedicated so much time into. This is a player who knows what they want and knows what they need to do in order to advance, as we're going to go straight into this game 5 with no breaks. Bit more defensive on their side, a little bit more methodical play from Yo-Yo Masters. They try to take the positional advantage, but GZ fights it out, gets the knockdown needed to set themselves back into mid-screen.
Just wanting to get this over with as quickly as possible. Neither player wants to give up any footing they have right now. Yo-Yo Master going for a DP to get out of the corner. Oh, blocking the DP.
Ooh, and the mana break. Look at that. You can see a lot more initiative being taken from GZ. It's almost as if they're starting to become a little desperate.
Completely agree. We might see some unorthodox plays from now on.
Oh, speaking of an unorthodox play, what an aggressive call out to go straight for the jump post wall cling off. Able to avoid the Quake, man. They just able to navigate the queue just well enough. Resources on deck for Yo-Yo Master to be able to extend pressure off, and GZ able to fight out of the corner very well. Burst is just on the table, and they get the burst bit with no punish.
2K to stuff the approach. Oh, we have a full combo on our hands and mana break. Run up grab instead. This might be the end of GZ, at least for this round. Oh, the wire.
Yeah. You think you're gonna bait that burst without some repercussions? Yo-Yo Master takes those personally, and it seems like this personal affair has gotten even more personal as we're finally going into a double Luigi situation.
Game 5, Game 5, final round. GZ on a roll right now, not trying to give up any of the pressure they have set up. Needs to get some more cards in that deck, but DP's out from Yo-Yo Master.
Gets the catch off the RC into the JS, catches the fuzzy, but isn't able to convert off of it.
Tap
Tap dust, but the flex shield's right out of there to get some distance. And that's all she wrote. GZ able to make things look easy as they're going to move on into the next round. But let me just tell you right now, so despite what I just said, though, it was not an easy affair. GZ had to fight tooth and nail against a very well adept and very well versatile opponent in Yo-Yo Master, who is going to have to fight at least one more match down on the loser side in order to make this top eight through the qualifiers there. But let me just tell you, very strong set to have in the top eight qualifiers, and to put down a player of that caliber, you could definitely take a breath of fresh air after what was a very intense set.
Of course, that was an amazing set from both players. Seeing a bit of adaptation and just personality, gameplay switching up. Seeing going from defensive to a little bit more aggressive was an amazing set, all things said.
Yeah, all things considered.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, right now, okay, so, okay, cool. I just wanted to be sure. So, in the meantime, while the break is happening, if you guys aren't already aware, Arc System Works is hosting a showcase. If you really want to take this time to look over what's going on there, you definitely should take this opportunity to do so. We're going to go get some water. We'll be back with the action here in Top 8. See you soon, very quickly, my fellow Guilty Gear peeps. Take care of yourself. Alrighty then, welcome back everybody to Fightsticks and Flashkicks. Now we are getting underway with our top 8. I did just talk about it off like behind the scenes with Catch as well as with Pariah. There are a couple of matches getting delayed as the loser side. There's at least two matches left or 2 to 3 matches left before the rest of the losers can really come in, but we should be situated just in time as we're going to get our first match underway. If Danny can hop off of the tower, we're going to have Danny Elmaza versus SoCal's finest with Leahi on the sticks tonight. I cannot wait. That is a personal friend of mine. I'm a little bit biased.
Biases aside, it is going to be a weird match of neutral and sword toss PRC. So I'm looking forward to this, despite not really fighting. Well, no, I fought Danny once, like a year ago. But despite that, I'm looking forward to this and hoping that it'll be another Game 5 situation.
Well, considering the fact that Danny Elmaza is still one of the last bastions of Kai Kisuke himself, still really performing at the highest level with him, I would imagine that it would definitely go to the wire if Leahi can really pull out all the stops necessary to take him down. But never count out Elmaza, as that is the guy, that is the Kai player outside of Kensei that we are very familiar with. Outside of Shirara, if you would imagine, but I guess they've been switching to Sin quite a bit recently. Right, opening match, you already see in winner side top 8 and winner semifinals, and already both these players at even life.
The car RTL is going to get a wall break here.
Not bad damage as well as for Kyler Kisuke at the moment. Gonna try and escape out of the corner. Gonna use the Soberbato to try and get some damage off, but Danny Elmaza just staying vigilant on the defensive end, but doesn't tech the throw.
There's a bit of a strike throw character right now. One sword on the table, but tap dust taking away, and this might be round 1. There we go.
And again, you can never take for granted just how much ground game you have to cover when you're playing against someone like Danny Elmaza. As Leahi gonna spend that Bashinetto, use that Ondo to try and reset pressure. And again, the neutral game between these two is gonna be really important. Fakes the DP. Just gonna use that JD.
Pressure, double whip on the grab.
Tap dust. Tap dust to catch as well, and Leahi evening things out. A little bit of passivity from Danny Elmaza, getting caught by that JH. Bajanet's gonna put them all the way to the wall, just holding out long enough, trying to find a little bit of a gap, using that onto the reset, just to go straight back into that AR Lumo range.
Corner pressure from Danny. Diary Clat whiffing, but not really caring, seeing as how the bar slash connects. Cage, Vapor Thrust. Into the wall splat. Not a red on the board right now.
Yeah, very interesting confirm. Able to get that last stroke of health as well that they needed. Baits the YRC, but immediately burst afterwards. Leahi not being vigilant enough to deal with these resources. And the 6P, the People's Elbow, the King of Illyria, takes that first game into this top 8 set in winner's semifinals.
It feels as if right now both players are still getting a bit of a feel for each other. Danny and Leahi not going for anything too wild as of right now, just some simple pressure, nothing out of the ordinary as of right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely nothing out of the ordinary. Definitely none of that usual Mexican flair that we're used to when it comes to Danny Elmaza's gameplay. As someone who definitely has appreciation for a lot of what he has to offer, definitely going more into the simplicity side of things. And but more importantly, it's how well he plays into these simple game plans, never really letting off of layer 1 unless necessary, as he's going to go for the backdash, a very proven classic of Daniel Maza to bait out an approach. Look at so much damage on the health bar, and even melting through with the Sacred Edge.
Safe jab, tap dust into the instant 5B. Yeah, he's showing a bit of restraint on the first as well.
A long-time Bridget player. We talked about Bridget players on the stands earlier. Leahi was a very long-time Bridget player, made their name as well with her. But Leahi moving over to the ramp has definitely started to make a lot more of a name for herself. She's gonna get that 5H counter hit. Use that onto the fully confirmed, but again, reciprocating the tech from previously that was used against Daniel Maza.
Sword toss PRC into the throw, not giving a darn.
And more importantly than anything, right? The throw PRC or the Bajonetta PRC was right in front of their face, and yet Danny still very vigilant, runs up in their face with the little time they have left, and goes for the throws, cinching out that important game, one game away to be able to move on to winners finals, and Leahi having to fight their way up all the way from the loser side. But don't count out Leahi just yet. Leahi has definitely come up from very difficult opponents before, and they definitely have the capacity to do something here. But how do you really stand toe to toe with someone who has stood against the best Ram that we have, like one of the best Rams in the region in SQ?
Buckle in and press down on the gas. Right now, that's what Danny's doing. In the wall break with Diary Clat, shock state is up.
Leahi giving chase, wanting to really get that momentum moving forward, and again, just a lot of these situations. Gonna use that onto to try and reset pressure, and Daniel Maza representing the RTL to slip right through and RC out to get as much damage as possible. This is gonna be more than enough to kill, and it does.
Goodness, what a beautiful combo that was.
Like winner side run is starting to look in jeopardy as Daniel Maza is starting to creep up on Leahi. IB is able to escape the corner, but it's back to the loving arms of Daniel Maza, who's going to RTL to break the wall on the opposite side. And just like that, quickly dispatches Leahi, making quick work of her and able to move on into the winner's side finals, where Leahi is going to have to crawl back up from the loser's side all the way in loser's quarters. But for what it's worth, they had some great stuff going on. It's just that Daniel Maza is a player you cannot use the same tricks on more than once, lest they have to increase the layers. Very great defensive awareness, getting a lot of practice in against one of the best Rams in the region in SQ, as well as possibly playing against Red Ditto. So you've got to pull out all the stops. Unfortunately, not able to make do with just that. And Danny getting stuck on the stand there a little bit. There we go.
Strive Earth, but there we go. Next up, we have Jeezy versus Dig. So again, another Bridget versus Asuka matchup.
Now, we did see how well Jeezy played into Yo-Yo Master, so how well are they going to play into Dig, which is definitely a level up. Not to knock down Yo-Yo Master, but we're looking at a player who definitely has a little bit more composure on the side of their gameplay, a little bit more of a defensive prowess. You got to be more vigilant on this end, as well as because Dig is more than likely to just disengage more often than have to force engagements.
But go to deconnecting, but jumping out of pressure, Bridget pressure starting up again, whipping the 6P. That's going to cost you a little bit into the 6H loops. Oof, that's a healthy chunk of damage.
Healthy chunk of damage, as well as just no mana on deck. Jeezy trying to find moments to just build up those resources, and does so in time as Dig gets caught wailing with any options. A little bit of red on the board, but nonetheless safe position. Tap dust catches, but not enough to kill here.
This is another one-touch scenario. Roger Super to close the gap, trying to keep their distance, but Jeezy taking it with a tap dust.
Yeah, Jeezy has been getting a lot of success off these tap dust attempts, and it's not just a fluke. They're definitely rotating between their options a lot more frequently. Even Dig is having a difficult time of it, but overall, not a bad showing. Dig is still finding a little bit of an opener, trying to find some groove here. Gets that 2S off and able to set up that pivotal yo-yo. Try to 6P through, but delays the momentum long enough for Jeezy to have to contest much later.
Instant blocking the 2D with his foot on the brake. This pressure is not stopping for anybody. So again, back into the pressure loops. Jeezy having pretty good awareness, but maybe not enough to take that throw.
And what's more important too is that the pressure sequence was so long and looping that their mana break just made that so much more difficult. They had no way of fighting back, especially with no resources to burn through. Dig, speaking of which, is going to spend that burst to try and put themselves back into mid-screen. Very great 6P on Jeezy's side to reverse the situation and get themselves back into winning ways.
A nice little pickup there. Off into Exodia with a full super. This is going to be a health. Oh, no.
Oh, but the cube, the cube from the portal coming out much faster than the high compression particle sphere, and just missed out on some pivotal damage. But Jeezy still has plenty of opportunities to really rectify any sort of mistakes here and just put on the brakes on anything that Zig wants to do. And the 6P once again seals it out, puts them up a game in the board, and therefore puts them in a very comfortable spot in this winner side semifinals.
I will say that Dig's pressure is on point. They're not giving up too many gaps. Even with Jeezy using 6P, some of them are whiffing, and maybe Dig will be able to take a bit more advantage of that.
I think right now what Jeezy's trying to represent is just trying to figure out the 6P timings that they need in order to deal with a lot of the movement that Dig has shown so far. And to their credit, they have found a lot of success. But Dig definitely finding a lot of consistency with this. He's going to have to adapt and move around this. But Jeezy doing a fantastic job of forcing Dig to crumble under the pressure.
Oh, wall break. One hit scenario could be all it takes, but Dig is not going to give up this round that easily. Tap dust.
Not a bad hand, but the 2D is all eternal. Everyone and anyone can get caught by that, and even Dig. The run up 2K 2D does force Jeezy to have to burst. Setting up that yo-yo, we're gonna go for yet another throw attempt. We're gonna get the throw combo off the yo-yo place as well. Pushing forward little by little, trying to creep up on a little bit of reward here and there.
Roger Super to get back in. 5H boost, not 5H boost, but trying to use 5H to get the pressure, but Jeezy trying to go off, but Dig bursting out.
Oh, they get caught though for trying their luck. They do get to YRC nonetheless. Trying to use that rolling movement to advance forward in the space, but they get caught by the landslide and therefore puts them down yet another point. These quakes, these spell usages as well, they're really catching Dig in these really awkward paces. It feels like Jeezy has more than enough knowledge and more than enough comfort after their last set with Yo-Yo Master. They're going into this set very confident.
I completely agree. Jeezy having all this awareness on each card and somehow, well, not somehow, but acknowledging which cards to use in which situations is definitely helping them out here.
Just use a utilizing whatever screen control they can. They're gonna hit confirm off that cube. The Screamer gets beat through by the Starship as well, and they cycle through yet another new hand of just cubes to just get as much corner carry as they can. Crit from one side of the screen to the next. So PRC to save themselves from the trouble, and they catch him with the JD to force the burst.
Going back in the Scooter, but first, GZ bursting back out into the grab. No RC to try and finish everything off.
Satisfied with their selection, they're not feeling too pressured. They're gonna use the dribble staff, as I like to call it, playing a little bit of NBA 2K Jam, just kind of bouncing around, jumping around with absolute style. Blocks the tap dust again. Dig, that's 2 for 2, but they get caught by the cross of JK on the way down.
And the overhead spell, very good job.
3 of the same cubes, very interesting, but that does control a lot of space, those 3 cubes in each hand. They're gonna convert straight into the high particle sphere, and look at the damage available to them. Dig's winner side run is starting to look at jeopardy as well. Previously, just like with Leahi, we're looking at a very huge steamroll of it, but Dig finding a little bit of resilience, able to push forward as the mana break is available to them, but they get caught by the blue wild assault counter hit. Is this enough? Just barely outside of the realms of possibility.
PRC into the TK air throw. Oh my goodness.
Stop, you have violated the law. And quickly, just like the previous set that we saw in winter semifinals, it was a quick dispatching of their opponent. Not too much resilience to be dealt with. GZ moves on almost confidently enough that it just becomes like a quick, easy set for them. And mind you, these are not players that you could just quickly dismiss. That just shows you the quality that we have on display. These are players that normally, given any other circumstances, would dominate on an average day. But today, we just really see the quality of the community just really going up and up to the point where it makes sets against really prominent players look almost one-sided.
It's just constant growth, this community. It's amazing to see. But next up, who do we have? We have Scary Esquire versus Sloth.
Ooh, Scary Esquire. I've never heard that name. That is definitely a name that I should definitely consider, as this is the first time I've ever heard of them. But we have Milia versus Sloth tonight. And Sloth, we already had plenty of time to really get a feel for, but Scary Esquire, this is going to be a matchup of movement, but whoever gets the first knockdown really is the winner of the set.
That's how this match works. Oh, bursting out, trying to prevent that first knockdown from happening. Both characters just zooming around the screen, but Scary Esquire getting off a gold burst. The positive bonus is in play right now. Time for the Millia mix. Which side?
You gotta guess quickly, Sloth, because as it stands, you're starting to look a lot worse for wear. Down to 1 pixel of health, but they get caught by the cross of JH. And just to make it very quick, just to notify the head TO, the names are flipped. Nice jab out. Sloth just trying to reverse the situation, spends some meter to try and enforce some sort of game plan. Gets the hit necessary off 2H, but fumbles the combo to go straight for the air throw. Pretty simple stuff.
He's taken round 2. Now on to round 3 to decide who takes game 1. Sloth off to a commanding lead, dropping the combo, but not letting up on the gas just yet.
Yeah, just finally able to get some big boy damage off. Gonna use the Banka Missai to go to the other side. Stage transition for positive bonus and really loop whatever knockdown pressure they have. Gonna spend that PRC and finally get the hit opening and really set this set alight with a perfect round to take game 1. Game number 2 underway, and we are looking fantastic. Sloth has already got the first game, and the first round was a little bit more one-sided with Scary Squire getting pulling the trigger first. And speaking of triggers pulled, they use Mirage round start. Very cheeky from them.
Batting out with that gold burst. Into DP, air car PRC. We go with a bit of Amelia air combo. Oh, it just keeps going and it doesn't stop.
Just when you think it's over, the action starts to begin. The second chapter arises, gonna cross over to the other side, but Sloth was ready for it that time. Try to send it, but they got a little bit overzealous. YRC's out of there, and now Scary Squire able to control the corner, or at least escape it for the meantime, just to go back there.
Blade into Zansei Roga for the kill. I believe Sloth has an extra bar meter in case this doesn't kill, but does not matter. Zansei Roga taking round 1 of game 2.
And look at the suffocating offense. You saw that. They just controlled that corner game so well, not allowing any form of breathing room for Scary Squire. But nonetheless, Sloth taking that round, able to advance forward and really suffocate their opponent, really putting on all types of gears pushing forward. They're really picking up steam.
Yeah, Sloth, just like you said, picking up more steam as we go along. Really just forcing Scary Squire into the corner and not letting them get out.
Oh, this is more than enough to kill here. Gonna go straight into the Bonkamus side. Wall break damage gonna help assist this to really secure that victory as Sloth takes that game 2 very quickly and with a full head of steam. They're itching to go into the next round. Damn, we really have had quite an aggressive turn of events. We have not seen a single set go down the wire at all. We have just gotten just absolute one-sided affairs so far in this top 8.
Two-S, but getting bursted immediately. Oh, into the tightrope pickup. This is going to do a healthy amount of damage right here. Into the super. Oh, this is going to do more than healthy. This is going to do maybe a bit unhealthy damage.
Familia, you cannot afford to be taking these major hits for as long as you can. The Scary Squire, their run is starting to look very much in tatters as they are 1 round away from going out for good in this losers round 1 for top 8. Sloth just takes 1 more point to be able to advance and to basically go and tear down the dreams of Scary Squire.
Squire trying to get back up. Going well so far, but Sloth DPing, I think, out of the corner.
Gonna use that BRC, get enough time, gonna cross over to the other side just in case. And the hair card doesn't convert just when they needed it. It failed them, and Sloth is able to fight out of the corner from one side to the next, locking down Scary Squire. Getting caught by the Alpha Blade.
6P taking that, putting Scary Squire up on the board. But Sloth is still up on match point right now.
But the Capel definitely is a difference maker. They're trying to cross over to the other side. Look at that. They've sped up. They're finally kicking into overdrive. They're pushing forward. You can smell the desperation in the air.
Sloth not afraid to try and catch Scary Squire up in the air. But speaking of the air, here's a bit of an air combo from Chip.
And considering that this was off of a low starter with the full Rekka into the low, this did massive damage. JD to send it back down to earth, and this is more than enough. Sloth is going to take that round and take the game in tow. Going to advance into losers quarterfinals and end the run of Scary Squire here in losers top round 1. Very good stuff. Very interesting performances from both players, but unfortunately for Scary Squire, they must bow out for the rest of the night. But thank you for coming on in. Sloth advances.
That was a great showing from Sloth and as well as Scary Squire, but Sloth again just not being afraid to go up and challenge Milia in her own airspace.
Even when they were picking up pace, right? Scary Squire didn't really just disturb anything that Sloth has never seen before. This is definitely the kind of stuff that Sloth is more than accustomed to playing. They just play a much slower pace to throw off the tempo of their opponents. Look at them, they're shadow boxing their opponent after what was seemingly a one-sided affair. They definitely want to get back on the stage and try their luck again, but unfortunately for tonight, that night is not tonight. But nonetheless, great performance to get here. It's always a difficult time considering Fightsticks and Flashkicks is a very stacked tournament every Thursday, so I don't blame you for wanting to test your luck once more.
I'd feel the exact same way. Wanting to get your run back is sometimes more superseding than just doing well in the tournament. Sometimes you focus on that one player that you want to beat. That's just your bracket demon.
But speaking of demons, we are looking into the possibility of two demons advancing. We have the set between Yo-Yo Master and Gojira just about finishing up, as they've gone pretty damn long. I'm assuming some delays came in. Yo-Yo Master already has the first game, but we still have yet to see the results of those two, as they're holding up the losers round 1 side. So Pariah, I would like to inquire what our decision is until further notice. Okay, cool. Nicely done. So now we got our answer. We got yet another yo-yo. We got another yo-yo connoisseur back on the stage. I just realized something. Hold on. Catch. Think about it. There are 3 players who play Bridget in this top 8. You have Leahi, you have Dig, and then you have Yo-Yo Master. We got funny yo-yo enthusiasts here. This is freaking awesome. On Pride Month, no less?
Oh, you're right.
This is amazing. This is great work. Speaking of Bridget, hold on. I got a Bridget plushie next to me. That's great. I even got the little tiny rock. Wait, oh, tiny
Word
Roger
about
Bell.
community's acclaim
Sit him back up.
spreads.
Nicely done.
Duel 1.
And now we got Casper versus Yo-Yo Master. I do believe the names are swapped right now. But we have Casper on the Geo and Yo-Yo Master, of course, on the Bridget. Casper going off on Yo-Yo Master right now. Yo-Yo Master having to spend burst just to get out of the corner, but being sent right back.
Gonna cancel straight into the full set of Steam Super. Gonna get that damage off, but the Starship out of the way for Yo-Yo Master to try and fight back, but Casper not too wary of it. Is going to use that close edge to finish things out. But while we're at it, I would like to address the elephant in the room, as SQ did bring a raid of 129 viewers. Thank you for coming through to support your peeps over at Fightsticks and Flashkicks. We are underway with this action between Casper versus Yo-Yo Master. Losers round 1, and Casper is looking to finish this really quickly.
Trying to set the pace. PR seeing the safe jump, trying to go for a cheeky little overhead. But oh, supering out.
Yeah, they try to get a little cheeky, try to TK setup, but there is not enough time to avoid it for Yo-Yo Master, as Casper just immediately enters back with a reversal so that the meaty doesn't work out for them. And mind you, this is a very interesting affair. Movement is actually a major thing for both players now. Casper got a lot of excellent movement to play around, very great ground movement, whereas Yo-Yo Master has the ability to play the skies as well. But let's not count out just the way that Casper just plays this ground game so well. You would think they were playing every portion of the screen.
Again, just pulling in. No breaks at all. Trying to get off a tap dust, but Yo-Yo Master stopping it with 2K.
They hit confirm that 2S straight into the super, is going to get as much damage as possible, and is already putting a lot of pressure onto Yo-Yo Master. Again, tried and true, shimmy into 2S, and it is doing amazing work. These counter hits are coming aplenty.
A little bit of a Geo flip kick combo. And the super doing at least half health, but not with this super. We're looking at least 60% damage.
You can never disregard just how potent this character is. Gonna cancel straight into the super, recognizing just wasting no time. Casper just goes straight into the super to seal things out into this game 2, I believe. Or is this still game 1? I swear this is game 2.
Yeah, this is game 2.
This is amazing. That was just so fast. I didn't even think about it. Dude, we are seeing some dominant games tonight. I don't think we're going to get a single game that goes to game 4.
Duel 1.
Go. After trying to get in as quickly as possible, Yo-Yo Master trying to set out a little bit of space, get any sense of breathing room that they can.
Yeah, they're trying to find any momentum they can, but Casper has really taken a lot of the a lot of the wind from their sails. But Yo-Yo Master is still very much in this. Gonna try and push forward as much as they can, get the hit confirmed necessary. The complacency on the side of Casper is starting to show as Yo-Yo Master takes that round with the perfect.
Yo, Casper getting the wall breaks, taking about 50%. That positive bonus is on their side, using Deflect Shield, not wanting to spend YRC. The moment I say that, there it goes. Yeah, baiting the DP.
On the other side, rolling movement, get from one side of the screen to the other, using that JD to prop them up high enough to be able to get that corner. And gets that wall breaking kind. Yo-Yo Master still working with it. Great clash cancel on the side of Yo-Yo Master to be able to fight out and possibly a chance to win this.
And one more chance at life here for Casper. What do we see? Do we see any signs of life? Oh, but Yo-Yo Master deciding to burst, trying to close us out as quickly as possible. Oh, but the Yo-Yo on return, killing.
The craziest part is that the Tempestade attempt from Casper getting caught by the cross up, that could have easily been 2 hits. It was essentially either hit the yo-yo or get hit by the yo-yo. There was no end in sight. I think the trade nonetheless was going to happen, but it was just a matter of what hit first. And for Yo-Yo Master, didn't matter what, as long as they took the game. They finally get that game 4 that I've been mentioning that we've been deprived of so far this entire bracket. Well, not this entire bracket, just this entire top 8 so far.
Master finally getting some footing in this match. But right now, Casper just finally getting out of the corner, but being sent right back by Yo-Yo Master.
There definitely is a mentality shift. You see a lot more positivity. There's a lot more initiative from Yo-Yo Master. Somewhere along the way, they've been cleaning this game plan up a lot better. These hit confirms are starting to do a lot more damage and really put pressure on Casper as this round went by in a flash. Look at this catch. Look at them. Look at them go. You could definitely see the gears are beginning to turn in their heads. Casper, though, fighting out. Yo-Yo Master, their decision making when it comes to the burst has been really rewarded in kind.
They're starting to taking their foot off the gas just a little bit. Oh, but as I say that, they decide to press it back all the way down with the gold burst. But Yo-Yo Master does not care, trying to get this kill as quickly as possible.
Cross up to the same side, throw off the mental stack of Casper, and we're gonna finally get a game 5 in this top 8. We're seeing a second wind coming from Yo-Yo Master. They are not done yet. They want to take this to the brink and force Casper to think about their circumstances. The complacency has been punished. Tried, true. It's time to go to a game 5.
First game 5, a top 8. Looks like, nope, no time, not taking any time to breathe. We just want to get straight into it, get it over as quickly as possible.
Yeah, rip off that band-aid. You already lost the lead. You can't think about it too much. Thinking about it is just going to make you even more upset. You just got to keep composed and remember what brought you the successes of earlier. But for Yo-Yo Master, this momentum swing and this confidence boost from winning 2 back-to-back from being down in the dumps is definitely helpful. A lot more pivotal catches. Yo-Yo Master delivering a lot more pain for Casper now.
Trying to get in, gets just a straight hit, making a good conversion. Ooh, nice little empty jump with the tick throw. Trying to go for another one, but unfortunately gets caught.
100 meter available to them. They're gonna use the Bearzuna drop to get out of the way. Casper not utilizing any of that meter. Maybe recognizing that there's not enough for Yo-Yo Master to use to kill here. But this damage output nearly got them in the end.
So taking things with the 5P after a whiffed far slash from Casper.
5H counter hit, you already know how things go when that happens. The output is always going to match the absolute devastation. But Casper keeps his corner best they can. Yo-Yo Master fighting out very vigilantly to force Casper to have to use the YRC, but nonetheless, the momentum keeps switching. It's teeter-tottering between the two. What a contest. Catch. They might just be on another wavelength right now.
Indeed, it seems as if both players are constantly adapting, trying to figure out what they can do next to get the leg up over the other. Ooh,
great 5K catch.
Spiral. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is it.
And you already know. This was essentially, this was a given, right? And we got a secure way of telling that this was already done and dusted. The immediate Alt F4 to confirm the victory for Yo-Yo Master. Unfortunate as it is, but you just gotta respect it. That was a reverse 3-0, and you just gotta take it like a champ. Oh no, my game crashed. We gotta redo. I respect the bit. I respect the bit. First 2 games didn't count, for real? You're right, resetting the bracket right now. You know how it goes. Catch, what do you make of this?
I would feel the exact same way. I don't know if I would probably do the exact same thing. I'd be in the exact same headspace. Trying to keep up, have a 2-0 lead, but sometimes these reverse 3-0s happen. The best thing you can do about it is just start to do a bit more VOD review.
Yeah, unfortunately for Casper, despite their early onset lead, it really showed that they just didn't have the stamina to go the extra mile, unfortunately for them. And Yo-Yo Master having to claw their way up to this position, it's no easy feat. It's no easy ride. But they still got to contest with yet another connoisseur of yo-yos. They actually have to deal with Leahi. Are we going to see the mirror, or are we going to go straight to the Ramafall?
I would love to see a Bridget Ditto, just to make this even more of a Bridget bracket. But if we just see Ram and Bridget, that's fine too. It's going to be another game of who gets their hit in first and who gets sent to the corner first.
Mm-hmm. It really is a matter of who can loop that pressure better, but we are gonna wait to see who we have next on the sticks. I'm assuming, based on how Fightsticks and Flashkicks operates, Danny and Jeezy are gonna be the first 2 on stage, as we're gonna go from top to bottom, but I could be wrong. Yeah, as we have these report cards here, we have Jeezy, who is seated second in this bracket, has some notable names here that they've already taken out, and then you have Danny Almaza, who apparently showed up very late and is seated 28th, beating their seeding, and their more recent results really showing how potent both players are getting when you really give them the capacity to pull up and show out.
There you go. Here we have two very esteemed players, both taking first or top 8 in their most recent brackets. But I think we might have another Game 5 on our hands if everything goes right.
I mean, you got to understand that there always is that kind of mentality between the two, is that you have players who are coming off first place results. You always are feeling yourself even just a little bit, right? Even if the result isn't anything to sniff at or anything to joke about, right? You're just focused on the next result. You're not thinking about the past, you're thinking about the present. And for both these players, they just want to get it over and done with and just move on into the next position of their master plan.
Course in their master plan, we might see something a little different from either player just to set the mood for this first round.
As we're taking a look at the bracket that it's filling up now, the information finally being driven, we are looking at our top 6 players now, as we have Danny Almaza and Jeezy making up the winner's side slots for the finals of this bracket. And then for the losers quarters matches, we have Dig and Sloth respectively, Bridget and Chip. And then you have losers quarters side on the bottom half of the bracket. You have Leahi versus Yo-Yo Master, Ram Bridget versus Bridget Connoisseur, a loyalist, one of the last bastions of loyalty.
Still got a couple character loyalists, like you said, and Yo-Yo Master, and I believe Sloth. I could be wrong about that. And of course, Danny Almaza himself.
We definitely got some character loyalists. I think character specialist is also a very good way of really going about it. Please don't call us loyalists. It makes us sound British. Brother, it's not a bad thing to be loyal to a character. It's not bad to be loyal. Normalize loyalty in our video games.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
We should normalize loyalty to your fellow kin.
Okay, if it is bad to be British, then why do we have so many Bridgets in bracket? I see nothing wrong.
If y'all are mad, if y'all think it's bad to be British, I don't want to see any of y'all eating an English muffin. Take that out of your breakfast. Take that out of your meal set. You no longer deserve it.
You don't want to be missing out on those English muffins. Those things are good.
Oh my god, that with butter and jam, they go crazy.
Oh my goodness, you are so right.
I'm sorry, British people, the joke has to get old. I don't think it's ever getting old.
I don't think British people actually care. I think some of them actually find it amusing.
I think it's very amusing. I think one of the most amusing things about Guilty Gear, speaking of British, I love the consistency of all the British characters in Guilty Gear having some form of comic book level sound effects, visual sound effects on their attacks. Like, for instance, for Bridget, you have her, I forget which one she does, where she has like that kind of effect. For Axel, it's the explosion.
Yeah, for her, I think it's the little finger gun that she does after the Roger super. Or the Roger break super.
And then for Venom, his throw animation.
Wait, Venom's British?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Venom is British. Bro's a baker.
I am a little bit behind in my Guilty Gear lore.
Uh-huh.
Danny on Slayer?
Danny is an anomaly. Danny will play who Danny decides who he sees fit. I've seen Danny play Potemkin in these stages of the game, bro.
All right, but Slayer versus Asuka. Let's see what we have.
Jeezy taking more than enough comfort to just make good on their chances. Great throw to grab the Master's Hammer. Gonna bait the throw attempt from Danny Almaza to force him to burst. And immediately just throwing out cubes to the wayside.
Some of the keys, but it doesn't go too well. So far, just stuck in the corner. Slayer does not have that many options to get out. Outside of YRC and Burst. But speaking of Burst, Jeezy burst Danny back into the corner.
Delay follow-up, immediately going for the kill off the high compression particle sphere, already getting some good damage off and already getting some nice reward in this first round. Pushing forward, just keep it nice and steady, just very simple. Goes for the throw PRC to try and set up some strike throw, but Danny Almaza does what Danny Almaza does best. It reverses the situation on its head immediately.
So what is Danny's idea for a mix with Slayer? Oh, jumping the Master's Hammer and hitting it with JK, but not getting a conversion. Ooh, here we go. Oh, pile bunker loops, there we go.
We're getting dandy in here. We're getting the dandiest of loops you've ever seen. Sponsored by Kellogg's, methinks. Pariah, when are we gonna get sponsored by Kellogg's?
When's the Flashdicks and Fightsticks cereal coming in?
We call them Lupios. Speaking of which, pile bunker right directly to his face, tries to cross him to the other side, but Jeezy's defense is ironclad. They will not let up. The Mappa Hutch does put them to the corner, but Danny Almanza is not a threat for him, it seems. He's just going to push forward and build up on those resources.
Instant block on the cross up, but does not matter when you get hit with that tap dust. Now, will Danny continue with the bit and keep on Slayer, or will we just see the Kai?
We're more than likely to see the Sin, if I'm being honest. There's a very high likelihood that he just pulls out Sin. He does have a pocket Sin. I've seen him use it.
Oh, we're sitting. Oh, Potemkin!
What did I say? He has a Potemkin. This man is trolling.
Oh my goodness. You know what? If you're not having fun, are you really playing the game? And this man is having fun.
you cannot. Someone who trains hard can never beat someone who plays Potemkin.
It's true.
I mean, I've played against his Potemkin. His Potemkin is horrible.
Right now in the face of these cubes and Oscar pressure, you see reversal Potemkin buster. I'd love to see that.
Oh yeah, you definitely might see it. If it's Danny Almaza, you'll represent any and all options to mess with the mental. Catches with a very slow hammer fall, but nonetheless it catches. The co-slash, it forces Jeezy to burst away. Now we're back to square one. Unfortunately, you're going through the wall, Sunshine, with no mana available. Oh, you're dead.
Wow.
This is the funniest part, and I think this is going to be really, really funny because I've had this happen to me. Danny is one of the funniest pot players at times because he'll go from like losing a game like with 10% of life left and then immediately go, you know what? I forget what I'm playing. I'm going to win now.
Amazing to see. But here we go. We might see what you were just talking about. Danny on a bit of a back foot right now.
Building up a little bit of resources for Danny Almaza. He almost has 15 meter on deck. Jeezy just has to hold them off long enough to try and get a pivotal hit as they just defending the entire way through.
Crosswise as well, just opting for an empty 2H on that hit. Potemkin Buster, here we go.
Luckily for them, they have plenty of mana to just supplement their life bar, but it's not going to be helpful if you get one more Buster on you. Immediately, they're going to go straight into the Iga setup. Luckily for them, they don't get anything off of it, but the Mega Fist does catch, and now you're leveling the rounds with Danny on his pocket pot. I'm reading the chat right now. Danny really only plays characters with a win neutral button, huh? You're not wrong. You really aren't. Season 3 Kai was Far Slash. Jeezy's doing well. It's just Potemkin is just that deplorable.
Duel 1.
Playing this matchup now that Flicked activates on cubes, but also Potemkin just having some of the biggest hitboxes in this game, being able to defeat the cubes so easily, but also having armor on everything, so not really caring.
Yeah, like just that additional armor and just his buttons just reaching so far. There really is no range that's safe for Jeezy apart from full screen. And even then, a well-timed heat tackle could just immediately change things. Gonna get another wall break off the high compression particle sphere and loot that situation again. We're gonna go for positive bonus squared, hit the low into the high. Danny Almaza is slipping all over himself.
So Danny trying to start something with Jump JS. Nothing so far backdash, getting caught by cubes, having to sit in the corner. And again, here goes the wall break for that positive bonus.
This is a good point to be pointed out. Somebody in the chat just said this. There is a very high likelihood that Danny just forgot Flick was a special move or probably doesn't even remember what the input is because he has not represented it once in this set. As Jeezy's going to get yet another wall break, setting them up for a possible 2-1.
Tick throw with Proton Screamer.
The Proton Screamer able to do some major work for them, and now they're up 2-1. Is this the opportunity for Danny to just realize, okay, maybe I've been trolling a little too long. I could make the one last switch and just win it all again.
We might see that. I think we're probably going to see Sin over Kai.
We might see the Unico. We never know.
Where do we go on this? Johnny! Ooh, this has made my day.
Oh my god, is he playing the random character select challenge on stream right now?
He might be.
He's not even. Oh my god, Pariah, what is this? Pariah. Pariah.
What is this?
Pariah, what am I looking at right now? I can't even commentate straight. I'm just too focused on his bulbous ass stomach, bro.
It is very hard to commentate with that on the screen.
You know, can we nerf him alongside? Can we actually do this with the next patch notes? He loses his fitness and therefore cannot do Mistfighter anymore.
And Danny on the back foot. Same with Johnny with his health, as we can currently see.
Oh, he's starting to get a little gassed here. As per usual, his body type does not allow him to play very vigilantly at the moment. He's playing a little bit of cheeseburger roulette.
Easy just keeping out strong, and Joker Strick getting denied by the PRC.
And gets caught by the cross-up cube. The sacred texts tell all, and they tell of your fate, as Daniel Mazza needs to just throws the entirety of that set to have a little bit of fun in this tournament. Honestly, I don't blame them. They had a great time. They were entertaining. And they go down to the losers side, where they're going to wait in losers finals for their next opponent to reach back up into grand finals.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of seeing that kind of set. But back, Danny just trying everything, and honestly, one could say just not even trying, just having so much fun with it. And after all, this is what the game is for.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it doesn't, like, yeah, it may be a little bit annoying if you are the one who advances on when your opponent is just tweaking like this or trolling. But as a wise man once said, a player who of very notable reputation, he did say we take those. And honestly, I could never have reciprocated that any better. But we are going to move down into the loser side. We're going to get Dig versus Sloth on the stage.
Leave The names are about to catch up with us. Yep, there we go, and they're swapped, but they get fixed immediately.
Oh, very great burst bait already. Just gonna put some sauce on the board. Dig is not looking to play.
He's bursting out, wanting to stop that positive bonus from happening at any cost. Blocking the DP and getting a full punish. This is probably gonna kill here.
Oh, more than enough. It didn't even need meter. They just gonna cash it out just in case. And for Dig, this is a great start.
Go DPing out of the chip pressure, whiffing the 5K and the roll attempt. Backdashing, getting caught by the far slash.
Nothing like a little bit of back and forth between the two very movement heavy characters. JD catching Sloth on the defensive end. Dig already putting some success on the board.
For the cross up off the rope and trying to go from wall to wall into the Zansei Roga. If this isn't enough to kill, Sloth does have some extra meter, but it is enough.
Sloth evening out the rounds a little bit. It was a little bit cut and dry at the moment for Dig, but now Sloth showing a little bit more resistance, just getting some pretty stable damage on the board and really putting the brakes on the momentum they had previously.
Here we go, hard knockdown in the corner. Bridget just got a wall splat into the super. What do we got now?
Well, we got positive bonus to work with us, and we got burst available to us as well. Deflect shield almost pushing Dig far enough away, but just not enough. They're gonna be able to cinch this out, put Sloth down in the set already. And again, we're seeing a lot of great movement from Dig. Their rolling movement is starting to look very expertly timed as well, dealing with a lot of Sloth's defensive prowess.
Here we go. Sloth taking them 2 seconds to collect their mental, but we're back in it.
Game 2 underway. Both players have already shown time and time again why they are the best amongst themselves, but for certain there can only be one who could advance. Dig does interrupt with the Starship, and Sloth is just narrowly trying to push forward, but Dig just digging right into the heels of their opponent. Gonna get that wall break and set themselves up nicely post wall break.
Just deciding opting to just hold on to block and burst. Oh, but speaking of burst, Dig bursting out of the super.
Great lockdown. They're gonna spend the RC to try and lock down Sloth, but Sloth finds the narrow opening to escape the corner. The break early on, and now it's Dig trying to bait out the burst, but Sloth won't give it to him. And now is going to be the first round gone in this game too. Sloth just wants to use that burst for the next round with the burst deficit already available.
Go chip overhead, missing the second hit, but just getting walled out by a bunch of P-normals so far.
I'm going to get the crouch confirm off the Rekka. Not going to get the full confirm, but is going to work the strike throw into their game plan. Finally, something they've been representing very little of thus far. Going to be able to start using it. Going to catch with the overhead and make quick work of Dig this round.
Clone hitting, sending Dig into the corner, whipping the P-normal, and that gives Sloth an opening to get into the wall break and get that positive bonus.
Doesn't get the meter in time to possibly go for the burst bait there. Sloth getting opened up a lot by these rolling movement rotations. You can see a lot of expert rotations from Dig. Gonna go for the air throw and set up once again for these yo-yos.
Blocking the tap dust. Sloth in the corner. Does he spend burst?
No, just dies with their pride intact.
Sloth is now down 2-0. Will we see any sort of change in game plan?
I'm reading the chat. Casper, what do you mean by this? This isn't Super Mario. They don't have a star power up.
We have the Pride power up because it's Pride Month.
Oh, you're so right. Can I get an amen for my trans girlies? Alrighty, now we're just pushing forward, and we're just pushing ever closer to the precipice of victory as Dig is just holding out this onslaught that Sloth has to represent. Sloth's starting to slow things down, trying to find any opener that they can. Their burst bait was not successful as their read was their downfall.
Go Sloth with the tightrope combo. Trying to do something, gets Alpha Blade.
High deficit, but Starship does cinch out that opening. Gonna spend whatever meter they can to try and find anything. The full run up to try and get the throw, but overzealous as they are, Sloth gets the punish off and is able to take the first round. Who RGB'd Bridget? I think you might want to look at who's running the stream.
No stopping the Rekka halfway through. DPing out of potential pressure, but there we go with the 6P from Dig. Trying to get something started and trying to find a combo that'll kill.
Trying to go for the burst bait just in case Sloth wanted to get a little bit sneaky with it, but nonetheless, both players have burst available to them. Do or die, this is your final chance for Sloth in the loser side. If they lose this, they're out for good. Oh, what the?
Bit of moonwalking from Chip, as we can tell, just flexing for the one time.
You know that meme of the guy who's just like, and he just has his hand extended out? That is exactly what I thought just happened. I love this game. Sometimes you just think you've seen it all, and then you just see stuff like that happen on the regular.
Say that was a bit of virtual insanity, and some insanity on this was from Chip taking that game 3.
I love this community, bro. This community is the best.
We try and have a little laughs here and there if we can.
Yeah, you can't. Who's to say you can't have fun on commentary, bro? Who's to say it has to be all facts and all straight serious all the time? You can have a great time in the booth. That's how we make. That's how we make things. That's how we make things enjoyable here. Not everything has to be super serious all the time.
Actually, I'd like to point out Sloth is also representing Texas. I'd say the best state, but SoCal exists. Even though
oh, you're so real for that. I know I'm a Floridian now, but you're so real for that.
I'm a Texan, and it pained me to saying that, but
yeah, I used to be a SoCal boy, bro. I used to live in Orange County back in the day, man. It was a great time. But you know what is a great time? This guilty gear action we're getting underway as Dig is already blitzing through the health bar of Sloth.
Trying to get onto that match point. Sloth not giving up their burst just yet. Wanting to hold on to it. Spending BRC. And they go for the cross up, getting hit with JK.
Nice IB as well that puts them at space level to be able to get the punish off of the Alpha Blade as well. Dig 1 point away, once again set point. The loser side run is at jeopardy for Sloth. They just have 1 round away and they're out for good. Starship to be able to interrupt the pressure that Sloth wants to represent to get out of the corner.
2Kang the Alpha Blade cross up. And 2Kang again, jeez.
Yo, hold on. Who gave Dig the ability to spin dash?
I think Dig's been hanging out with Sonic a little bit too much and spin dashing all over the place.
Supersonic speed, don't you? It's able to get them to the corner, but the YRC does reverse the situation. Try to reversal Rekka out of there. 1 pixel of life, magic pixel for Sloth.
The Scooter takes it.
the RGB Bridget, the pride invested in. You know what? I think the pride power up is real. Maybe there is a power up that Casper was talking about that is being involved. Maybe we're seeing performance enhancers here tonight.
We might. I think it's just the secret buff that Bridget gets during Pride Month, but who am I to judge?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think that the fact that we have three in quotations Bridget players, because not every one of them is a Bridget. Three Bridget players are here in this top 8 is definitely telling something. Maybe we need to have a discussion about Bridget.
Is Bridget secretly the best character in the game? But we don't know. We'll figure that out soon.
I looked away. Was that 3 or 3-1? That was 3-1. That was 3-1. All right,
everybody. We got next. We got another Bridget on the board. The Bridget fanfare does not stop.
I think if I had a dime for every time that I've seen a Bridget here on stream today, I'd probably have a good maybe 25 cents. Which is just about the amount of money you would get from claiming a Maturito code. Hey.
Hey.
All right, and Yo-Yo Master, the name seems to be flipped once more. Pariah just a little bit PP on the TO stand, but it's okay. We believe in him.
Yeah, he's taking the first wall break of this game, of this set, trying to stay on strong, but Yo-Yo Master pushing them back into the corner.
Using the Sildo Detruo to try and escape, but Yo-Yo Master more than awake at the wheel, recognizing a lot of the potency this character has to offer. Oh, the backdash to avoid the throw attempt is going to cash out with the Raging Machine, and look at the damage.
Trying to do something, but Yo-Yo roll into flip, I believe, will win that trade.
The Sildo Detruo did just trade at the very end with the rolling movement.
Cheeky little cross up there for the one time. And it's a far slash, just putting Liahi back in the corner, but Liahi escaping with flip.
Sildo Detruo as a move is just so good, and it's actually a very key part of Liahi's game plan. It's just a very great way to just alter her aerial momentum and just really put opponents on notice if they're not paying attention. And for Yo-Yo Master, they're gonna have to really play around this escape and retreatal plan. Gonna go same side to deal with Liahi's mental stack.
Not being able to block the raw super.
Oh, that did hurt. That hurt me. That hurt. I felt that on my stomach. I felt that from here. Going from one corner to the next, we have Yo-Yo Master just being able to control the screen, catches the backdash, but no confirm. Liahi, very important thing to note, Liahi, very long time Bridget player. They definitely have the knowledge and the experience against it, but this is not the Bridget mirror. You still have to contest with one of the strongest bastions of this character.
So Yo-Yo Master just applying so much pressure, but why is he giving Liahi some semblance of air and breathing room?
Using Honda to reset from so far away, using Sildo Detruo again to try and gain some space and really control the corner again, trying to reset once more, but Yo-Yo Master able to escape the corner just in time before Liahi could build up that meter.
There we go. Yo-Yo Master taking game 1 with Scooter.
Yeah, I see some people cheering on Liahi here in the SoCal streets. These SoCal streets are not easy to maneuver, but Yo-Yo Master definitely does not mind whatsoever. Liahi's Ramlethal be damned. The movement and the excellence in the neutral game is a very important feat for Yo-Yo Master to control the game and make sure that they don't get a sniff at being able to get that victory into the loser semifinals. Are we singing the lyrics to Town Inside Me in the chat?
I believe so.
Me when the town is inside me? I don't know. I didn't read the book.
Yahi's taking a bit of the corner pressure. Yo-Yo Master forced to burst out to stop the wall break from happening.
And I think for Yo-Yo Master, isn't it just a matter of avoiding the wall break? It's about also putting some pivotal distance between themselves and Leahi so that they can get a little bit of a recalibration. YRC is away from the 5H, trying to get something going, but not exactly getting what they wanted. However, Leahi not getting the punish in time, getting knocked down, and we're gonna loop this all over again.
Going through the motions yet again, and the 6H is enough to kill. And fun little fact, I believe there isn't a character in this game without a 6H.
Catches with the 6H, booty bumping them to the wall and just getting a little bit of a love tap while we're at it. Great 6P avoids a fuzzy as well, but Starship to answer back for the reversal.
Go, run in JS. To get it confirmed with the S sword. Back in with another wall break super, doing a decent amount of damage here.
Full screen run up throw off of the max range Bajonetto. This is going to be more than enough to kill. They're going to cancel straight into Mortabato and kill right then and there to at least give themselves a little bit of a lifeline. Leahi able to make things level in the rounds.
Getting 6P pretty harshly there. 6P getting whiffing actually into the wall break, and here's the full super.
Not too bad damage for Yo-Yo Master here. This is a pretty stable reward considering that they're on Frigid. This is actually immense for them. The output that they're getting out is something to really be invested in when it comes to just how well he's been making good on every option available to him.
Some of these blocks from Leahi are amazing. Blocking the fuzzy a bit earlier, but getting caught by the low and the safe roll.
Not wanting to take too many chances here, just immediately hit confirming into that Street Fighters-esque, if you will. Yo-Yo Master is now up 2-0, and Leahi gonna have to start stepping up their game if they want to keep Yo-Yo Master out for good. They're looking very strong on the stage.
Going straight. We're going right back into the plunge, wanting to get this done and try and get on the board if you're Leahi right now.
Chrome Dollar, actually it's called Arbalest. Thank you. I have to adjust the chat. Game 3, all important for Leahi. Their loser side run depends on these next 3 games. If they can make it go that long, Yo-Yo Master does want to cinch this out as soon as possible and make this a quick affair, as they're going to try and get that wall break off immediately to get some damage on the board. Catching a backdash with the 2S and going to cancel immediately into the Mortabato to get as much damage as possible while positive wall break. Oh, breaks the deflect shield.
Deflect shield.
Nicely done. Very good work, Leahi. Starting to find a little bit of a groove here. After what was a very dominant run from Yo-Yo Master earlier on in the set, we might actually see a turn of fortune. Baits the burst too! Yo-Yo Master is on his P's and Q's.
Yo-Yo Master not wanting to give up, showing that by that counter hit 5H.
Oh, there's no way. I thought I was going to see like a really cool confirm, I'm not going to lie. I've seen that Raging Machine confirmed so many times. Oh, he fuzzy jumped the Bajonetto to reduce the frame advantage. That was so smart. Oh, but that wasn't so smart after all. He's going to get absolutely clipped for his troubles off that failed DP attempt.
Go. Are we going to see a burst from Yo-Yo Master? No, we're not. Gonna instead just take the 2K and keep your pride intact.
I think for Yo-Yo Master, they're not entirely too pressed about losing this game, right? It was definitely more of a Ramathal round that time around, but for what it's worth, the fact that they're showing no sign of needing to feel pressured by going for the burst, it lets Leahi know that they're not going to give up that round and give up their composure just because of a failed round or failed game. So Yo-Yo Master still has that lead. Leahi has the capacity to turn things around. However, we got to talk about the momentum and composure that Yo-Yo Master still possesses here.
So Yo-Yo Master trying to set an early lead. Not wanting to give anything up. Clashing with JH.
I'm going to start ship out. We've seen it time and time again. It's been ever reliable, except for maybe a few discounted situations. But there's one of them, one of the few times where Starship has failed them. Not entirely sure what Leahi was trying to go for there, but nonetheless, it drops anyway. A lot of meat on deck for her. She just has to hold out long enough.
Up around, trying to get this comeback underway.
Immediate wall break as well, stable confirm, and already not bad start into this next round. Yo-Yo Master is wanting to clinch this out as soon as possible and rectify lost time. Nice block.
Decent amount of block string damage.
Ooh, the chase down from Leahi, not wanting to let Yo-Yo Master get away with that at all. Catches them slipping, trying to retreat on backdashing. Leahi now taking this momentum forward and trying to immediately act upon it. Sword now available to JK to catch, and now pressure is on. Leahi has able to reduce the deficit. We might have the possibility of a reverse 3-0.
Just some interesting stuff right here. Both players right now are now in the situation of not wanting to give up an inch at all. If you give either one of these players an inch, they will run a mile with it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and especially with someone like Leahi, if you give her the opportunity to play the villain, she will. And she is more than adept at playing that role with emphatic fashion. But Yo-Yo Master has been here time and time again. We saw how they perform under pressure. This is no easy feat for anybody to put down a player of this caliber. But if you really want to make sure that they're down for good, you got to crush their spirits before they can even get back into the swing of things. Escape the corner, back to mid-screen. Leahi using Sildo Detro to mess up the momentum of that Yo-Yo Master's punish game.
And back in, getting to confirm off of the standing H. Ooh, and the 2K getting into the wall break. Not enough to kill, unfortunately.
Gets caught by the Bajanetto despite their best efforts, and now Leahi is actually looking en route to possibly take this reverse sweep and make good work on it as well. IBFD to put some distance, but they get caught by the Ondo, and the deflection gets baited out.
DPing through the Rekka, trying to get something started here. Yo-Yo Master desperately trying to get on the board, but the YRC is denying that attempt.
I think what's making this really worse is that Yo-Yo Master is getting clipped a lot by these backdash attempts, and it's not working for them as favorably as they would like. I'm able to just dance outside the max range of these sword normals, just trying to fight back. Swords are out of the way for a good while. This is the perfect time to push forward, but the Daro able to hit confirm. Is this enough? No, it's not. Just a magic pixel away for Yo-Yo Master.
A magic pixel in a dream. What do we do next? The command grab. We have Yo-Yo set up. YRC, what's our next game plan? Ooh, an explosion! Ooh.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. They blocked with the deflect shield, but they didn't FD in time as the explosion happened almost instantly, forcing them into this chip out situation. And Leahi takes it, moving on into the next round off of a reverse 3-0. Oh, that is tragic, Catch.
I feel the pain. That the amount of times that keeps happening to everybody. Well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people. Sometimes you just forget the Ram swords explode, and then the next moment you realize, oh wait, I have to FD that.
Yeah, it's one of those like high pressure situations. You just got to think about it on the fly. It's just so fast. You got to think about these minuscule decisions on the fly, so rapid fire. You can't keep up with everything out forever though. And nonetheless, we're finally going to go down into loser semifinals, and Dig opting to go for the Potemkin pick.
There must be something we don't know. Maybe this is secretly Dig's true main, or just a pocket for the Ram situation.
I'm not entirely sure, but based on how well Leahi played into Yo-Yo Master, maybe Dig is not feeling too comfortable to go back on the Bridget.
All right, 6P and 6H taking the first round with a bit of a commanding lead.
Just slowly building up pace, just deciding to hit confirm as best they can. Leahi just narrowly avoiding a lot of the danger zone, but they get caught by the close slash.
Go into the wall super.
they didn't block on wake up.
6P clipping to give Dig game 1.
Wow, Dig, there's no shot. We're aura farming, man. We don't need a Bridget to win. We just need the toppest of tiers to win.
We're back in it. Dig trying to set an early lead, missing that slide ahead, but Hammerfall connecting, armoring through. We're into Garuda pressure now. Here we go, back again. TKJD, another TKJD.
Oh, you know, see, I have seen many a JD enthusiast, but I think at this point in time, I think we gotta address it for what it is. Dig using the jump dumpy to just beat out Leahi's like neutral options. And Dig just throwing, oh my god, these two are silly. These like, they're literal children in the playpen.
Oh, we're just pressing buttons, trying to get in. We might have a bit of a comeback on our hands. A little wall break to make it all matter.
I'm loving this. This is great work. Burst is off the table for Dig now. Trying to get something going. JD still works out and they win out anyway. I love you, Chrome Dollar. Chrome Dollar gotta be my favorite chatter. You wanna do this character select game? We can do this character select game, my girl. That's amazing work. We need to frame that.
Yes, we do. Here we go. Oh, Dig taking a decent amount of damage right now.
Nice Black Beat combo. On the bot, so keep things nice and safe. Knockdown off. Are we going to see a Heavenly? We tried to Heavenly Potemkin Buster, PRC, but doesn't work out here. At least not this round. Dig, I'm begging you. If you could do me any favors, bro, just get one HPB. I will forever be grateful as a commentator.
Same here. That would be amazing.
Dude, the pop-off I'm going to have as soon as I see one, it's over. Sildo Detrio to try to make up the distance. Goes for the run-up throw post-Bajonetto from max range. It gets the back throw incident.
Whipping the whipping the PB. Here we go. Another nice Ramathal combo going all the way to the corner. Double overhead as we speak. This is going to do a decent amount of damage, but not enough to kill.
Now we're in a position where we could really make things work out for us in low health situation. However, back throw incident once more, mid screen. Oh no, this is where tragedy befalls anyone. Gold burst is off the table. Oh my god. Burst off the table for both these players. No swords.
Having to be wary. Oh, but the armor not enough to help.
Yeah, try as they might, Dig didn't have enough health in the reserves to be able to deal with that. If they had just a bit more health, they might have been able to do it. But Leahi just narrowly getting away from the skin of their teeth, able to take that second game. My mistake.
Here we go. Dig staying on the Potemkin. We're seeing a lot of interesting switches here throughout this top 8. OJS trying to convert into the 2K.
Slowly making distance in their face, just building up some momentum. Taking the corner away from them. They're trying to go for that run-up throw again. Leahi's represented this plenty of times, and now Dig is well aware of these options.
Absolutely, Dig trying to call out some of these options, like the tap dust, but unfortunately Sword making that safe.
Now you got to deal with it. You got to deal with the Aegis Reflector. Fellas in the club doing Aegis Reflector.
What are you doing? Gonna set up my Aegis Reflector after I tech her throw, but here we go.
Let's say a Ramathal pulls up to your face and you take it and tries to grab you by the neck. What do?
I tech her throw and then I set up my Gigantic Kai. Here we go. Leahi trying to get this game 3. We're setting up Gigantic Kai again, just getting a free neutral in.
Go my perpetual state of being. Control the neutral for me. Oh my god.
That's complete. Oh.
Or unhype moments, truly. Somebody's been watching Blue Log.
I don't know if that was me, I'd be shaking in my boots. But Dig, honestly not caring that they're under this much health, having this much of a health deficit, just keeping on trucking.
Even blocking the Sildo Detruo doesn't block the explosion, however, of the Blade Bajonato, and thus Leahi does take game 3. Are we gonna finally switch off the Potemkin, or are we gonna keep being silly?
I suspect we might see a third character that we have not seen before. Unless we go back to Bridget. No, we go to Sin! Seems as if Dig is quite aware of how this Sin will go. So, let's see what happens.
Very interesting swap. We definitely are seeing a lot of variation with people playing into different characters. Gonna run out of the Ondo reset point. Just try to control the screen without spending too much of their resources. Nice backdash, but does get caught.
Not blocking the tap dust. Getting hit, going into the corner.
6P's through the JH, does get the full confirm off the 6P, tries to delay into catching the backdash, but does get caught for their troubles.
Oh, whipping the follow-up.
spent all the meter to do it as well. The trade confirm off of the big trade, and that does give Leahi a little bit of leeway to breathe after what was a very scrambly round.
Leahi now sitting on set point, but Dig trying to get in, trying to get some breathing room at all if possible.
They're trying to get any form of a real point here. They have had difficulty trying to find something, but this was a great catch from them, getting the knockdown off that Aggresso or Dono. Is the Black Beat combo going to be more than enough to set up a knockdown here? Immediate burst. And that's all she wrote as well. The Aggressa Ordano once again putting in work for Leahi to set up a rerun of their bracket with Danny Almaza, who is just rushing into feeling enthusiastic to get the action underway. Leahi getting that run back with Almaza.
Here's the biggest question. Who is Danny gonna play?
We're gonna get the Soul Bad Guy.
Ooh.
The Soul Bad Guy.
So here we go. If I'm not mistaken, Danny plays on the EX skin, which is honestly one of my favorite skins in this game. Gotta keep on brand at least.
Yeah, get the EX colors, man. Like you already know, I do not like this color. I'm gonna voice my opinions. I'm gonna be biased. I do not like this color. But it doesn't matter what I like. What matters more is what I'm commentating. And my God, the damage output available to Danny Almaza while being on Soul Bad Guy is gonna be a very huge delight for him. Just 6 piece back to back. I'm crying.
Hey, if you use it enough, it becomes a viable option.
I remember the days of old 6P back at season 1, man. Y'all were not there. Some of y'all were not there to see the horrors of Soul Bad Guy in season 1. And I think Danny is reminding me of what his character used to be.
On the day, oh, we got a bit of a bandit revolver combo. Tap dust.
And tap dust.
Oh, in the back, you're killing. Oh my
Jesus! Leahi did say that Ramlethal being as good as she is a testament to how strong she is despite having no health. This is so dumb, man. Like, just Danny is having way too much fun.
If I had this many characters under my belt as Danny, I might be doing the same thing. But here we go again with game 2, seeing what Danny has on the board, trying to space out a little and using 6P to call out any bar slash.
The Bandit Bringer post IAD always sets them up into a great position. Gonna go straight for another throw here. Gets the pickup off the trade, close slash, and Danny Almaza still retaining the corner to put Leahi into some real pressure.
Yeah, again, just 6P'ing through everything. Not afraid of what again, 6P, another big call out.
Oh, you got a little overzealous, Danny. You got to be a little careful. Sometimes things like this can happen. But it doesn't matter. He's immune to these kinds of situations. He's Danny. He's not concerned about a damn thing.
Danny just going to full conversion off of his 6P. His character, while not at his peak anymore, still a little bit ignorant in terms of damage output.
Speaking of ignorance, man, that was an ignorant 5K if I've ever seen one.
Seems like we've seen another 6P from Danny Almaza.
He's still waiting it out. He's still holding his ground. He still held that on, though. Try to mash out with a bar slash? You are a demon in nature.
This is dead. Go. Leahi on the board. trying to get one game to finally add a little bit of leeway on their part.
Gonna get the full extension off that Error Luma into Bajo Neto. Perfect timing as well. The tap does, but doesn't really get any reward for it as Danny fights out and already replicates the reward off of just 3 hits. Oh, throw parry. Nice IV. YRC's right out, does not want to deal with looping pressure like this. He's going to get the Bandit Bringer, but Leahi using the burst to try and get some distance away. Full screen run up throw. Again, Leahi has represented this option enough times. I think Danny is well aware that this is an option in her arsenal.
Kill, putting Danny up 2-0. Here we go. We have Danny on potentially the last game of Losers Final. Losers Final? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You were right. We're gonna be all right. So many top tiers left, but it's not enough.
A bunch of instant blocking from Danny. Oh my goodness.
You know what? You know what? That's a good point. Somebody just pointed it out. I think Danny might be hanging out with Mike Saftig a bit much.
You know what? You're probably right.
Look at that. That is prime Mike Saftig energy. Look at that. Again. Nah, not like this.
Let's finally get Danny to switch to another character that we just aren't expecting.
I mean, if he loses one, he could just switch to Kai.
Will we
really
see
Oh my god, Danny, not like this, dude. Danny, what would your mother say about that?
mother
Mama
was
Maza? Madre la Mama La Maza would not be happy about such ignorant, violent play from their dear boy. Danny is having so much fun. This is the kind of stuff. This is what Danny could be, mind you. I'm telling you right. Happy chaos.
He's real.
No.
Of course he's real. Oh no, he's real.
Oh no. What's going on tonight? This is the greatest commentary session ever. We're just getting chaos all the way through. And speaking of Leahi, somehow in the midst of all that chaos, is able to take that game 3 and put a point on the board.
Okay, I have to ask. Happy Chaos, if you are watching, do you actually play Happy Chaos? Or do you even play the game at all? I'm just curious.
Who do you main, Happy Chaos?
I think Happy Chaos would be a random main.
I think they'd be a fan of Random Select.
Oh no, we're sticking on the soul.
Oh, we don't care, for real, for real. I mean, he's made it this far without needing to switch. He's just gonna go with... I hate this character. I hate this game. I hate Danny. At 16 through JH, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna lose my damn mind, bro. What is Danny Almaza, man?
A new
Enigma, that's what he is.
Oh, for sure.
All damage.
Yep, that's Soul damage. Soul's weakest B&B, mind you. Or tries to go for the wild throw. Gonna go to the other side off the BRC slow down. That Daro extension was really helpful there. Able to replicate some of that damage from previously. Ooh, you can't use the same tricks anymore. Double Sildo Detruo. Gonna go for yet another throw.
Oh, no.
Danny, what are you doing?
Oh
Danny,
no.
Danny is just I don't know if this is real or disrespectful. I think I'm just gonna say it's real disrespectful.
We're just going with whatever floats the boat right now. Just pressing buttons.
Oh yeah, we see. This is what scares me. If this is what Danny does on Soul, this could easily be how Danny plays every day. We could genuinely have this as Danny. Do you want this instead, chat? Instead of Mr. Far Slashes a lot?
I think this is the way to fuel Danny's far slash addiction. Far slash into 6P. Oh my goodness. Now
This man- Oh, Leahi, please, I'm begging you. I'm taking off the unbiased rings. I'm taking off the neutral range right now. Leahi, for all that's holy, I need you to win just so Danny can stop. Please, I'm
We
begging
need
you.
Danny to take this seriously.
I'm being biased, Leahi. I need you to win. I'm gonna pull a yipes right now. Please win this for me. I'm begging.
Oh. Nope. Okay, I was about to say no burst is insane.
You're joking. There's no way you close slash there. What is wrong with you? I love Danny.
Oh, blocks the cross up.
Oh, this is looking so bad. Oh no. Oh no.
You have no sword. Oh no. Oh no. The shenanigans continue. Oh no, and the alt F4.
What is wrong with you?
Oh no.
Bro,
Honestly.
I had to stand up from my chair. What the hell is that?
Oh my goodness. You know what? That is a very justified alt F4.
The chat could hear. Could you hear me well enough?
Yeah, we could.
Dude. Dude. What is Danny on right now? He's been hanging out with Mike Safdie for too long, bro.
Oh my goodness.
No way he takes Soul into Grands. No way
Against
he does.
Asuka, I don't think he does. You know what?
No,
I'm guessing Bridget. That's what I'm guessing.
That would make sense, but
Oh,
I thought Danny
That was
pulled out the awesome. You were right. Yeah, the fourth Bridget.
the Bridget arc continues.
Mankind.
See, viewers, what you didn't know is that there was a secret fourth option. Okay, Danny, we're gonna get familiar territory here. We're gonna see a little bit more of the same here from Danny and Mazo. Some of the usual antics that we see from him when it comes to the Bridget. Just very well adept movement. He's just trying to play the neutral game as best they can.
Stuck in the corner right now, wanting to find any inkling of an opening that they can. There's a dribble staff right now. The DPing out, trying to stop anything.
Nicely done from Danny and Mazo to be able to fight it out. Jeezy is trying to lock them down, but he just won't back down. The high compression particle sphere going to be cinched out. Low life situation for Danny and Maza, but still has a lot of fight left in him. Gonna get the catch off the JS, but no confirm, as the JS from Jeezy is going to be able to clinch out that round. To be able to advance forward. You can see the gears are turning, no pun intended. You're going to spend that meter. High risk, high reward, possibly a little bit more on the side of safe for GZ at the moment. But still, considering that this was with mana, that's telling when it comes to Bridget damage.
Trying to get something going with the DP. Oh, getting hit with a scooter stop.
That's it, done. No, doesn't get the burst at all. Burst is just online for Danny at the moment. Gets caught by the 6P, but still doesn't cash it out.
Feeling a little DP heavy today.
6P on deck. This could be the possibility of a kill confirm if they can route into it. This is more than enough. That Screamer coming at the clutchest time there. GZ takes that first game in grand finals win for them. Winner's side. This is one step closer to victory. Now, are we finally going to get the Kai, or are we going to pull out the Sin?
We're sticking on Bridget. Now we're going to Ramlethal.
That's... Are we just playing random select? Just pull out all the characters we've ever played?
Honestly, maybe.
You know what, Danny? If you're real like that, pull out Nago.
You know what, actually? I agree. I completely agree.
I want you to pull out Nago as your next character. I'm begging. I want to see how far into the bit you'll take it. You know what? No, I have a better idea. Pull out Zato.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
You think you got it like that? You think you can bend it into dark?
Sitting on the back foot again, not really getting any moment to start the Ramlethal offense, but the 5K whiffing.
Yeah, it seems to me like GZ is not too concerned about any of these picks. These are not comfort characters. These are not characters that Danny specializes in at all. So any and all offense that they're using is more likely telegraphed. But speaking of options, the burst bait could have been very terrifying, but GZ able to punish their lack of foresight when it comes to the punish.
Clipped by the overhead, have forced out to burst.
Nicely done, pushing forward. The acceleration staff is still active. Just initial deja vu. Oh, great confirm. Look at that. Just a very interesting pickup off of the Quake.
This could potentially lead to... Whoa, no, never mind. We have a full 5H confirmed.
Potentially lead to what now? you seem to have forgotten to finish your thought there, if I could say.
And there goes Jeezy taking game 2. Forgive me for questioning the almighty Danny Almaza.
You know, even when he loses, he finds a way to make it look good. Now, what is his final character into this game 3?
Do we see the Kai? No, we see the Sin.
The Sin Kisuke. Somebody said, and I quote, "The best Sin players are the players that would rather be playing anyone else." Is this a case to be true for Danny Almaza?
You know what? Maybe so. Getting burst into the corner, but DPing out.
Nice 5P contest. Just narrowly avoiding the Screamer from so far away. Danny Almaza does get opened up by the overhead, eventually uses the burst, and that's the opener and a half. Gonna clinch it out with that Tyrant Barrel. Unfortunately for him, no clean hit to supplement it.
Go, got a bit of an RC combo going so far. Ooh, blocks the RCL. Danny has an extra bar meter, trying to get something going here on Easy's side.
Very low mana here, about less than 40%, trying to delay for as long as necessary, but this will be more than enough to kill as they are 1 round away from winning it all. GZ is 1 round away from being this week's Fightsticks and Flashkicks champion, unless Danny has anything to say about it. Open up very frequently. Danny does not really want to represent any form of defensive play, just wanting to play the game and press buttons. And that is it, folks. After all that, Daniel Maza having a ball of a time, GZ takes this week's Fight Sticks and Flash Kicks number 116 on solo Asuka. And let me tell you, it's other than Danny, who has been having a fun time here, we have seen quite a lot of great play from them. And I cannot be prouder to say that they really put on quite a show.
I completely agree. What a show it was. We got to see so many different characters. We got to see two Potemkins from people that I honestly didn't expect it from. But I think all in all, amazing top 8, amazing bracket overall.
Seeing 4 Bridgets on the stand was definitely quite the sight to behold. I think for the sake of it, Pariah, could you kindly just throw up 4? Could you just kindly throw up like 4 Bridges in the graphic? we'll just make up lies. As a matter of fact, just make the whole bracket just top 8 Bridgets.
Exactly. The Bridget bracket. Just rename the entire bracket Bridget bracket.
Well, granted, there wasn't a single time that Layahi pulled out the Bridget, so technically only 3 today. But in terms of players who did play Bridget, there were 4.
Yeah.
I think I'll let Catch take this one over, and then I'll follow suit afterwards.
Alright, shoutouts. If you want to see random Johnny clips or Johnny gameplay, find me on YouTube at CatchTXN and follow me on Twitch, same handle, and also on Twitter, go by I think at lightcatcher at light underscore catcher 44. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Go Joker. That's all I got.
Alrighty then. Well, since I'm a certified yapper, I think the Yapatar needs to be let off his reins a little bit. The master of all hyperfixations, if you will. So, Yokai, despite being done with all their events this week, next week all events are go. We have Tuesday Howling Hostility for the EMEA EU District at 8 p.m. CEST time. If you want to pull up, we are on the big 3-0. 30 tournaments in after a year's worth of work. You'd love to see it. And then we have later on that evening, we have for the NA side of things, don't worry, I still remember my roots. We have Misfit Brawl number 19 as we're approaching that big 2-0 as well. We do have quite a long time for registration to be open. It is going to be at 7 p.m. EST. So if you guys are looking for action in regards to that, that is great work. You're going to have a fantastic time. But that Guilty Gear isn't the only thing we run. We also are going to be starting to run Grand Blue again, as we're going to have Spirits in the Skies on Thursdays at 6 p.m. EST. If you are looking to get some Grand Blue action in, look no further than Yokai FGC, as we're going to be running that bi-weekly every month for the rest of our tournament schedule. But we do have some important announcements to make when it comes to things outside of Yokai, because Yokai is partnered up with Transfer Tekken as well as GNC, but only this week Transfer Tekken will be hosting Tekken's EWFG number 9 for Friday at 6 p.m. EST. I do have to just double check because I did have that posted. So let me just pull this up real fast. Yes, it is going to be at 7 p.m. EST, EWFG. And then on Saturday, they will be running Risk number 7 at 7 p.m. EST as well. If you are looking to get more action with Guilty Gear and even get a little bit of Tekken action, please be sure to come through with Yokai Show Out. We will be promoting these events, and we do have it on the Yokai FGC account. So keep track of all that. Stay steady, stay chilling, stay balling. This has been Sir Kappa on the mic with Catch. I have had a fantastic time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Take care of yourselves and have an absolute ball. Take care, everyone.